Here we go. Young live.
See, you should go like this. You should go, welcome. You need to deepen your voice. I know we're live now, right? But honestly, you want to be like, see if when you've got a mic, you can go, welcome. We're live. See? Try it, Sarah. Come on, everybody will like it. Come on.
No.
Well, think about it. You have to sell your channel here, and I know we're live.
Scott can sell it. Scott can sell it.
Right,
welcome. Welcome. I want to play a game.
You sound more like Count Dracula, actually.
Are you getting your lights now, Chris? Are you sitting in the dark? Because I can't see you.
I can see you.
I can't see you. I can see you now. But I can just see you. Oh, no, don't do that. No, he's disappeared again. I've got the image of my heapies there. I've got the image of him waving.
I've got my Pro 500. Look at that. Jealousy, I let this beast.
That's impressive. Even though I can't see it.
How can you not see him? I can see him.
I can't see him. I've got a blank screen. I can see you and I can see me. I can see him now. But then when you do that, he disappears. And now he's back.
I can see both of you.
See, that's a mystery.
Is that
that's what we call a mystery.
How many
was that convincing? how many folk will get in?
Let's see, I'll click on it. We have in the audience the grand total, the absolute maximum, 0. Gina's still lawyers. That's what it is, and Gina's too thing where everybody's went over there.
Go away for a dinner or whatever.
Yeah, that histamine. That's what I'm going to have. You ever tried that stuff? The Rubicon passion fruit. Slightly sparkling. Oh, you need to try it.
I can't comment again. I can't see you, so I'm just going to...
See that Coca-Cola, by the way, it destroys teeth. It destroys teeth.
I know.
I floss 3 times a day and brush 3 times a day.
Just... You still get no... No, I can see him.
Now I'm going, was it disappearing that?
But
I'm watching you on the video here, I can see everybody. Oh, there's somebody watching. It's me! I'm watching. Well, you have to do something to entertain your guests. You have to do something to entertain your guests. There you go. I'm gonna have a palm of
I hope you got a wee packet sitting aside.
I says to him, he says he's getting more in the morning, so hopefully.
Well, that's a no then, basically. That's what you're saying, that's a no.
Well, I can't help it if somebody buys them, or I can't, you know.
Yep. I wonder who buys them all. I'm getting summoned. See this staying in the same house, it's not good. Because you can get summoned any time. You know what I mean? But I'll take you with me, I'll be sitting in the room yourself, you know what I mean? You mean, plug it into the wall? Sure, it's technical stuff, I'm just not used to it.
There you go, Drew's just went offline, so...
Oh, was she still on?
Ah, she's off now.
Right, that wee white box is on. Aye, but the other end's no plugged into nothing. Into the router.
Aye.
This is how good I am.
Fiddle with it.
I need to find out where it goes.
Where's my Uncle Joe's mint balls? I want an Uncle Joe's mint ball.
Right, into number 1.
Yeah, into number 1.
Moffat. You ever been to Moffat? Nice place.
No, I haven't.
Well, you should go there. It's got the world's biggest sweetie shop. Did you know that?
Beetroot Summit. Beetroot Summit. That's near Moffat, is it not?
No. There's a Devil's Beast tub. But anyway, it's got the world's biggest sweetie shop in it. It's got something like 20,000 different varieties of sweets. That's where I got these from. My Uncle Joe's mint balls.
I've been through Moffat. I went to Beetroot Summit Outdoor Centre.
I'll give you a wee guy in the front here. See, just so you just say that I'm eating real things. Uncle Joe's mint balls.
It just sounds. It just sounds
one
so
tomorrow.
wrong.
Well, it's like say, I suck fishermen's friends. You know, I eat them.
Well,
Doesn't
you know,
wrong, does it?
It's 2020. It's a modern world these days. A modern world. We got anybody in yet?
One, but I don't know who.
You're looking at him.
It's me.
Oh, well.
I'm watching through my phone too.
We've got nobody then.
Well, that's might be a waste of an exercise.
I'll get in there 5 minutes if maybe jumps on them. I'll just.
Well, have you this before, Chris? Nobody coming on? How long do you usually?
Only when I first started out with YouTube, when I had like 2 or 3 subscribers.
And how long did you kind of get?
Watch this. I'll get you subscribers now. Watch this.
It hamsters every week. We can't go alive. Nobody can go in for at least 10-15 minutes. And then just as I'm saying,
because you're new.
We might as well
end YouTube's algorithm.
Everybody can go in.
It's because it's YouTube's algorithm. Trust me.
Look at Monday there, it was 3 hours.
But we had people watching for 3 hours. It wasn't like 3 hours or just me.
No, what I mean is it started off just kind of slow and then it was 3 hours worth.
There you go, I've posted the link on my Facebook page.
I'm just going to do the
how
same.
long it takes.
On ours?
I would do the same, but I'm not that skilled yet with my phone. No, I mean,
I had to shave the night, I cut all my hair. Shaved it all off.
I was at a Turkish barber yesterday morning. Or was it this morning? Yesterday morning I was there.
Nah, dementia, they say it's the first sign of mad. Oh. How much does that cost at the Turkish barber? Did they give you a massage and that,
Aye, they put the steam machine.
I've never been. I've never been.
Oh, you need to go. You need to go.
How much that cost? About 40 quid or something?
No. If I'm just getting my head done, it's £11. But yesterday I get the
I fancy going to get a shave to see what that's like.
Because they put the steam on first, and it just soaks into your skin. And they leave for about 5-10 minutes while they go and whatever, and you just sit there.
Some people that get massages afterwards.
They give you a wee rub down, shall we say? And it's amazing. See when you come outside, you feel all clean and the steam gets in all your pores and everything. It's amazing. You should try it. It cost me £20 yesterday, and that was the full month. They do your eyebrows and your ears, and the only bit I don't like is the nose waxing.
Oh, I've got a technique for that. It's known as the Mad Scotsman technique, and it actually works. Believe me, it works. But you need to be brave to do it.
What's the technique?
We have one simple clipper lighter.
I was sticking a lighter up my nose and lighting it.
It burns the hairs all the way up inside your nose.
I'm sure it does.
It does. I done my nose hairs this morning. I shave inside my nose.
But what do you use to shave?
Just a Gillette razor inside. And then what I do is, I've got one of the electric Oral-B, no Oral-B, what you call it? They're made by the same company, Philips, and it's a nose trimmer, an eyebrow trimmer, and I shove it up there and I wrap it all about. And then when I'm shaving, after I'm shaved, I've got a Gillette razor for handy, like getting the wee bits of your mouth. and I just
Aye.
put loads of like shaving foam up Sarah's like, what do men do? This is terrible.
I
Then
know.
you get the razor and you put it in, and then you screw it a bit like that, and you do the same with the ears and that.
I'll just stick to getting them waxed every 2 weeks now. It's the wee jolt of pain I don't like, but once I've done it, you can smell the roses, as they say. But no, you should try the Turkish barbers. I go there. Well, I used to go there all the time before what happened. But they opened back up last week or the week before. So I thought, no, I'm going. And it's brilliant. Brilliant. Even if it's a 1.5 go. The prices might be different down your end. I've got no idea, but it's £11 for the heat and £20 for the full Monty, shall we say.
Yeah.
I feel like a new man. I feel like 20 years younger.
There's 2 folk watching, and now I've got to make it 3.
Yeah, it's showing up that I've got 1 person watching.
We'll need to do something about this. We'll need to get Scott to dress up or something like that.
I know.
Look at you dressing up as.
Well, he dressed up as a woman a couple of Halloweens ago, so we could always dress him up as a woman.
I was stonking. No, wasn't he?
Can you imagine seeing that in Greyfriars Graveyard coming towards you?
Oh no, you weren't a woman, you were a mad thing.
That was one Halloween ago. I got the black. See the Scream film. No. I got the cloak of Scream, and that's black.
Yay!
Hey, Luna. Yeah, this black bobbed wig, and I painted all my face all white and blood and what have you. And I scared myself. I scared myself when I looked in the mirror.
Ken, that's something I would love to do. See if you were doing an investigation in Greyfriars Graveyard, and then you had guests. I would love to get a mask and just run away and hide somewhere, and wait till they come past just to see what would happen. Just jump out in front of them.
Well, I think for the Halloween spectacular at Greyfriars, that's what we're calling it now. We're all going to dress up.
I'm not dressing up.
Yeah.
I'm a cameraman. I don't dress up.
But
I promise, can you imagine you did that though? You jumped out in front of somebody, gave them a heart attack, and they dropped in dead. Would that be manslaughter? Would you be done for like murder there? Would that be classed?
You'd be done for involuntary manslaughter.
Would you actually?
Aye. It's manslaughter, but there's no premeditated, so it'd be involuntary manslaughter. And in the UK, you'd be done for it, so you'd get maybe 8 years or something. I mean, but let's ask the viewers, if you wanted to see me dress up for one of these lives or whatever, if you could name a costume, what would your choice of costume be? That's so interesting.
I think a transvestite.
That's a Friday night. That's a normal Friday night for me.
Honestly, I think a lot of people would subscribe and watch seeing you doing a ghost hunt in Greyfriars dressed as a woman. Because I tell you something now, I would watch it.
You do realise
you've got to remember, I'm the cameraman, so I'm following behind you, right? I don't dress up. I'll come as Uncle Fester.
You've got to remember I need to walk from my car. And I've got to walk from my car to the graveyard dressed as a... Well, it's Edinburgh, isn't it? So I'd probably blend in.
Dead. They want his footage or something.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Let us know how you got on. But so if you wanted to see me dress up, I could do it every week. It could be a gimmick, a different costume every week. You
get all these spiritualists and mediums and that in the telly. They all dress. Can you look at that Long Island medium horse with the crazy hairdo and all that, right? And big fingernails. As if she's... I kid you not, they're way out to it there. You're Edward Scissorhands, right?
Well, I could fit in with the
I'm telling you. Folk would just watch
Because,
it just for that.
I've seen her see students when they used to visit a barber. Because the hair all kind of goes up like that, doesn't it?
Well,
Oh,
look
yeah.
at mine now. Mine's just kind of half a beehive.
Well, that's true. But no, I would dress up as a gimmick to do a ghost hunting Greyfriars. Could do it for charity.
It'd be funny. It'd be great if everybody dressed up as like a ghoul or a ghost. That'd be funny as anything. Seeing Greyfriars, can you imagine anybody walking in no kenning about it? You could just come put him to stains.
I think they're having an argument upstairs. I'm not too
You
sure.
live in a flat?
It's a 4 in a block. For Luna's benefit, a 4 in a block is like 4 houses in one block, basically, innit? So it can be quite noisy sometimes up the stairs. But we could do something. We could do something like that for charity. Sarah's disappeared again.
Yep, I think she's having problems. She'll probably come back. She just needs to sign back into it. Her internet's died on her. Oh, Scott disappeared and you reappeared.
Oh, it's honestly so bad, this internet in the night. It's so bad.
That's why I wired different.
Well, I'm wired now, but it's not doing me any good.
She's
Oh, what's that? Citizens saying, Age of Darkness, City of the Dead won't close the graveyard for Halloween as they say that their busy time.
when it was a graveyard, darling, and they say that it's a busy time to invest. Well, Citizen, I spoke to Age of Darkness yesterday. Talking about I was talking to City of the Dead yesterday, day before. What day is it? Thursday? Tuesday. I spoke to them and he says that because I'd asked them about the possibility of shutting the graveyard, but they get back to me and says no, we can't actually shut the graveyard because it's our busiest time. But you're more than welcome just to come along. So
you know, Ken, one of my relatives are in there, my great uncle McDougall. I don't know where he's been at, but did you get that? See, they can't stop you getting into a graveyard if you've got a relative in there. Did you know that?
I did not know that.
What's surprising me is the amount of graveyards that still locked, especially in Ayrshire. They've still got an awful lot of graveyards all chained up for, whatever reason. We found one 2 days ago, right in the centre of Kilmarnock. I've done a wee video for it, but I didn't even know it existed. And it was one of our friends who things about it, and I went yesterday, the day before, and done a wee video on it. But no, I've got you back on the Citizen of the Dead. See my word tonight, so City of the Dead tours, because they told me that we could go in at Halloween. Use someone dressed up to jump on people. Well, Citizen, don't tell that to Chris because he'll want me to do it probably.
I'm a cameraman, I don't dress up.
He's wanted me to dress up for whatever reason.
Now, I tell you that, I've just had an idea. Why don't we do a joint ghost hunt and you and Citizen can dress up as women?
Is there something you want to tell us, Chris? Because you've got a thing about dressing up as women.
I'm thinking about the views. People want to come and watch these kind of things, or dress up as something else and dress up as teddy bears or something like that.
I'm all for it. I'll do it.
There you go, Citizen. You can thank me later.
If it gets people in, and as I say, you can maybe even do something, for charity or something, whatever. Sponsor us to do this, and the money goes to wherever. That's just an idea. But no, the dressing up, as long as it's not too outrageous, then I'll give it a try. But you'll not be picking the costume, Chris. I think I'll be allowed to sort of pick something appropriate. You know what I mean?
Well, as
Not
I
a
say,
miniskirt.
there's
No,
people
not
that have
miniskirt.
to use. There's people that have to film this, and the people that film that are professionals like myself. So we don't dress up. We just stay behind everybody and video.
Well, I won't be wearing the miniskirt because I refuse to shave my legs.
Well,
You know what I mean?
You could
No
wear
chance.
tights.
I'm not. Maybe you started off, Chris. You know what I mean? This will be the snowball. This is what I'm going to get to. This will be the snowball effect. Everybody, you want to dress up, citizen? What's your view on it? If you want to join in, you want to join in. Use well, and if you want to jump in, feel free.
If anybody wants to jump in, you can. I'm open.
There's that. There's
Right.
swim track. Evening dark and swim track. This was a kind of unexpected, unplanned live, but you know, we'll go with the flow, as they say. We've not got a set subject tonight, so we're just going to wing it. So we're actually talking just now about citizen and myself dressing up to do an investigation in Greyfriars. It's Chris's idea. He's refusing to dress up, but he wants Citizen and me to dress up. And so we're looking for ideas. We're looking for suggestions for mode of dress, shall we say. Citizen, I'm not dressing as a woman. I have enough rockers.
Well, they folk in the graveyard when he was doing that live stream, I thought he was going to get attacked or mugged or something like that.
I know.
Oh,
And then
thanks,
he tell
Rimtrack.
us, and then he
It's
tell
much
us he's what do you call they folk again that stand outside
A bouncer.
clubs? A bouncer, aye.
I'm trying to think, you've got me thinking about dressing up now, and it's not even Friday night. You know what I mean? I don't know. He's not dressing as a woman. Wouldn't say Citizen, I'm not stalking, but did you see what I seen in the picture I sent you? Tomorrow, what's the plan for tomorrow? We're going to our time with this cancelled.
The Castle of Despair.
As we say, cancelled. Are we going through the tunnels? I was trying to be scary there.
I need to watch because it's all collapsing what I've been told. So
I always think that if it's dry, then it's kind of accessible.
I seen a sheep down the other day, the only sheep at the castle, just one sheep. It was just standing there like that. Meh.
Oh, there you go. You're soft, just one sheep. Well, Citizen can go as I could go as a plague victim. Citizen could go as a doctor. What about that?
There's an idea.
Well, my pals want to come and go a ghost hunt with us, but he's got a camper van. So you just go into the graveyard and I'll sit and have some tea and stuff like that. Make sure these are alright in the cameras, you know.
Tea and crumpets.
No, it's not a big camper van he's got. It's one of the Marco Polos. He paid £70,000 for it last year, so. I know.
That's considering you sit in the camper van with your cup of tea and we'll go and do this.
You see inside it's all climate control and all that. All the seats move and it's amazing.
I wouldn't know because I wouldn't know because I'll be walking about a graveyard, but you're sitting with your cup of Tetley or Yorkshire, whatever you call it. What's that tea called? Yorkshire.
Yorkshire's quite nice, but I do like Tetley tea. I do like cakes and many splendid things. Don't worry, I'll think about you.
I'm pretty well with your stuff in your face with a muffin and a cup of cha. As they say.
Something I don't like is muffins. I don't know how folk can eat them.
Oh, I love a chocolate muffin.
Treacle scones. I like them.
I'm not a big cake man myself. I like what do I like? Can't think of anything I like actually.
Well, I'm not dressing as a woman. I don't dress like things like that, but use mediums. Use. I've noticed that about mediums. Have you not noticed that? You all like to like dress up and stuff.
Aye, all the videos are cross-dressers and stuff.
Maybe
Aye,
it's a
okay.
past. Maybe it's a past life thing you've got there, Citizen. I don't know. Maybe in a previous life you were I don't know, a woman of the night. I don't know.
Come on, folks, help us out here. Deal with this man, please. He's got a fascination for what's his tweets called?
Uncle Summit and Boz.
Uncle.
I love
He's
sweeties.
got a fascination for uncle's balls and dressing up as a woman.
I'm going to show you one more time. Citizen will see it, right? Mop it. Coffee. Right. So just, when I say I'm sucking my Uncle Joe's mint balls, right? So you don't think that I'm actually doing that. Uncle Joe's mint balls.
Well,
You can tell us 100 times that you're not sucking your uncle's balls, but every time you say it, it's just going to come into your head that you're lying there with your uncle doing stuff you shouldn't be.
I've got the uncles alive. All my uncles are dead.
that makes it what?
They're all in spirit. Oh,
Is that not illegal? That's illegal, is it not? I'm sure that's illegal.
I'll tell you something now. I fairly wear out the old Ouija board quite a lot, you know.
There's so many. Every time you make that comment about the balls, there's no. I don't think there's any other way to
I'm
think
just
about
jealous
it.
because I've got Palmer Violets. I'm just jealous because I've got Palmer Violets.
You owe me a packet of them. I'll be.
Okay,
And
that's
you.
so good.
I expect my delivery in the morning.
This team's got a fascination for balls. If it's not Chris sucking them, it's Andrina sucking Camel's balls.
Aye, she was going to.
Oh, aye, the other night, aye.
Andrina, you were
Evening,
going to
Drew.
Camel's
Sorry,
balls.
never seen you. But I just looked at the comments before you saw your name there. Evening, not seen you for ages and ages.
Drew, come up and talk to them your balls.
No, dude, I'm sorry, folks. This conversation in the last 9 minutes has just went right downhill.
It's meant to be supernatural, about mediumship, about spirits, about ghouls and goblins and God knows what. But instead, Sarah wants to talk about balls.
And you want to talk about men dressing up as women and running about graveyards.
Oh, Sarah, you like to dress like that.
But what you do down in Douglas?
We are a very strange bunch.
She wasn't sucking balls, she was chewing on the balls.
No, she was going on about the new candy you can buy, and it's called Camel's Balls.
Ah, yeah.
She'll tell you when she comes in.
It's a euphemism.
Your Citizen TV, what is he saying? It brought a tear to his eye.
But the dressing up part or the balls part, you know.
I think it was the balls.
That brought a tear to my eye. Drew will be with us in 5 minutes.
Well, the other thought, Chris dressing up as a woman, sucking his uncle's balls. Now that's a thought.
Yeah.
Shrimp.
I'm very sorry, I like eating candy.
Citizen, if any of you want to come on the chat, then you are more than welcome to jump on and give us your view on tonight's.
What's that? I like to Shrimp Shack. I like to stook eggs. Stook.
Might be Scotch eggs. Could be
Scotch eggs. Or
is that Scotch egg shrimp?
Oh, Scottish eggs are good.
I was just to talk about tonight's topic, but we've not really got. Well, we started off with no topic. Now we seem to.
Have you noticed that? Have you noticed Citizen's always playing with his balls in the graveyard?
Yes, Citizen, you do need to talk about balls.
Well, we're kind of actually no. Jesus, we're kind of 50-50 in that one. You can talk about whatever you want, Citizen, as long as it's not balls.
What's that?
We didn't want to tell you, but Chris and I are going to the castle at 3 AM tonight. You're in for a
Nah.
late night by the sound of it.
No me. I'll be comatose by 1 o'clock.
Might be
There's
another
Luna
Chris.
joined in. There's Luna joined in, but with flashy balls.
Okay.
I'm really just losing this battle here, am I, folks? I'm just losing this battle. I should just hang up my dress right now.
Mm.
I thought we were going to talk about ghosty stuff and scary stuff,
Okay.
but no. You know,
Okay.
well,
You want to talk
dressable.
about dresses and balls and stuff like that just because I'm eating candy called balls?
Well,
No, not me, sunshine. Not me. I never started that snowball off the hill, as they say.
but
Mm.
you're sitting there talking about balls.
I'm not talking about balls.
I ken it.
I'm wrong.
Scott started off. It's him that just keeps getting on about it. You would think he's got something to hide.
I know.
I
okay.
was talking about Farmer
Okay,
Violets.
Scott. We can get you help.
It's all right, Scott. I know a very good counsellor.
Is there organisations out there?
Oh, I don't know. You're severely messed up, sunshine.
Just
Oh, wait a minute.
hello. If that's a book in balls, you can keep it.
The Scottish Ghost Stories.
Thanks for that. Thought it was going to be a ball book.
Mm. You should see the guy that wrote this book. It's in here, by the way. He's got a monocle. How many folk wear monocles? You don't really see folk wear monocles anymore, don't you know?
It takes some balls to wear monocle. I mean,
There's balls again. See?
Oh, look.
well, you know what? I might as well join in.
Well, here we go. There's a ghost for you, Scott. The Death Bogle of the Crossroads.
Well, enlighten us. You might change the subject a wee bit. What's that?
Death Bogle.
What's the general outline of that?
Jane of George Street, Edinburgh.
All right, I know where that is.
The Phantom Regiment of the Crown Macquarie.
I used to deliver to a wee news agent in George Street. So many subscribers, what was your total you to reach before you were giving the book away?
700.
700.
700. And whoever gets the book will have the book.
Well, I'm not signing anything I've not read.
Oh well,
no chance.
Guys, if I get to 700 subscribers, you get Scott for the night.
Well, see, you check your subscribers and what, and I bet you they're doing like 3. I bet you just Pummel's got. You can hear it drop right now as we speak. You can hear your total just going ding, 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 ding right down. That's what you get when you offer the booby prize. I mean,
that's an empty cardboard box.
It might work for you. You might shoot right up. You know. What do you think, folks? You think the total would shoot you down or shoot right up?
I don't know. We could auction you off.
Comment.
That's what we could do for charity. And a ghost hunt.
For a bag of balls.
We'll auction you off.
And
whoever wins, whoever gets the amount of money, goes in a ghost hunt with you. As one of the team.
Well, you know what? Let's have a wee auction now then. We'll see what kind of bids we get. What do you think?
You know, there's quite a few.
Okay, citizen, that is fine. That is fine. You come up soon. I think Drew's going to come up soon too. Ow, I just stabbed myself with a pen.
Yeah, Shrimp Shack, he loves real ghost stories.
Well, Shrimp Shack, you're getting the ghost stories and Scott, so...
Right, folks, so here we go. On tonight, offer is me for a night of ghostly fun. What we bid? No balls included, or Farmer Violets, or me dressing up as a woman. I want to make that quite clear right now.
You see that he keeps going on about the balls, he keeps bringing it up. Is there something?
I'm making it clear. I'm making it clear to our viewers just now that I will not.
You can get fake ones now, you know. for folk that feel that
Doing
way.
any of
Maybe
the-
lost them in some tragic accident.
Balls
I won't be
and
doing
dressing up as a woman.
Yes,
Oh,
I've
look,
got a bid.
citizen.
One. I've got a bid of 1 page. Yes!
Right, another bid, guys, another bid.
That's
MDLs,
more than I had.
going
That's
once,
more than I had 5 minutes ago.
going once.
Oh, come on, somebody bid.
Come
Go on
on.
1p. You can't even get a
Somebody.
caramel for that these days. Mind the 1 pence caramels you used to get? I can get them anymore, do you?
You'll not
For
even
2
get a
pence
fucking ball
for
for that.
For a 2 pence, you get Scott and a ghost hunt
Anybody
into the
out there?
fires.
Come
Going
on,
once,
Shrimp, Luna, help me
they're
out
bid to
here.
someone.
Drew, anybody? Nicole, there's Nicole, evening Nicole. Anybody at all?
Look over.
A bigger bid.
5p!
Oh, 5 pence.
Look at 5p!
Bless
You
you,
get 5p.
Shrimp, bless you. You are my friend for life. Ha, 5p. What have you
10.
been offered? 0. I've got 5p. You have got nout. Nada. Nothing.
Right, Pipe
5p.
will auction, Scott will auction me, I'll get more than you.
I'm waiting on the next bid coming in.
Wait, I'm just signing into a different account on YouTube. I'm serious.
Oh. A cup of coffee is thrown in for the on price as well. A cup of Costa coffee.
Going once,
Thank you.
going twice at MDLs. 10p.
Don't you take me to Costa? Oh, there you go.
50p!
There you go.
50p!
We have hit the jackpot. As they say in
50p.
Glasgow. Boom! As they say in Glasgow.
Is MD
Boom,
wants,
yeah.
is MD want to, is MD want
Thank
to
you,
go
Drew.
55?
Thank you very much for that.
MD want to go for 60p? 60p?
50p.
60p?
That's all you're worth, darling.
I don't care. I don't care. I've 50 pence. I've got half a pound. I don't care. Half a quid.
You'll be able to buy a, leave a bag of fish for that.
We were going to the pound shop and buy half or something, wouldn't I?
I'm sure somebody will sell you a sucky ball for 50p.
I'll give you an Uncle Joe's mint ball.
Maybe in Glasgow, I've been Uncle Marnock.
Do you know still get the big massive gobstoppers for like 50p?
Boom, shaka, lacquer. Quite
You
right,
can't
Drew.
eat bloody hangs. You need a, you can't eat the gobstoppers.
Come on.
Ridiculous. How the hell are you meant to eat them?
Because you suck at it for weeks and it lasts you weeks, you end up with a tail jaw after it.
You know, this is going to sound really stupid,
I've
but
never used them. But
I watch YouTube a lot, and sometimes I'll just watch random stuff. And one day I actually typed in how they make them, the gobstoppers and what have you. It's quite fascinating how they make them. I know it's totally boring, but sometimes when I'm up during the night, that's the kind of thing I type in, you know, just random.
How to make
rubbish.
Gobstoppers. I've got other
Oh, there you go, Scott! Scott, there you
£1
go!
from Oracle's on
One
double Drew's price, double it. Woohoo! Thank you very much, Oracle. You are a gem. A total gem. Always asking me the best.
I've got something in here that I can get away with now. There's somewhere in here somewhere.
Willie's asking where was the last place to have 50 pence note. There.
I've got something special.
Tell Willie the goose on Union Street. He'll know what I'm talking about.
The goose? There we go. Do you like lollipops? Does anybody here like lollipops?
I love sucking a lollipop. I sound it so wrong.
That just sounds so bad.
Mega
That's too
lolly.
straight.
Do you like them? Somebody gave me a big bag.
£5. £5 we're up to. Drew, it's just £5.
£5? Oh my god, Drew. What's happened to you?
I
You're
know.
going to be dropping off at the mental ward, isn't it?
What now?
I can buy 5 things at the pound shop for that now. I know where I'm going for. I go to Douglas tomorrow. I'm off to Poundland, or Pound Shop, whatever it's called. But that includes a reading. Drew Tayami's got plenty of e-books in there. I'll read
Oracle
one.
and Beyond is £10 now.
£10. Oh, here we go. See where we're started. The chicken is out, the coop now. We have got them
MDLs, guys.
fighting over me.
You
Two
know,
ladies fighting over
you
me.
better
Come
hope
on.
you better hope somebody bids more because you might be stuck with Scott for the night.
£10. Anything?
I'm telling you,
Nah.
I bet somebody bids something else shortly.
What have you two up there got? Nothing.
Nah,
Zero.
nobody wants me. No.
Zero. Because I've heard about your wee habit, that's why. You know.
Because I eat candy. I'm very sorry.
I hope you're going paid to flash that in front of the camera. To dress as a woman. I'll do that for nothing, Gary, on a Friday night.
I've got something here that, in an all serious note, talking about the spiritual world and something like that, right? I've got something here that folk would kill to get.
Farmer
In the
Violet.
spiritual world. No. 2 weeks before the September 11th buildings were blown up, there was a gift shop at the very top of one, right? I had relatives visiting it, and they brought me back a wooden apple as the big apple from one of the gift shops. And there was loads of them.
All right.
So I bet you that other little brothers and sisters went down with the building. Yeah, I wonder if that's got any energy with it. It says New York on it. Yeah, it's an apple. I might give that away.
I wouldn't eat it. I wouldn't eat it if I was.
I might give that away for the 800th. I don't know. What do you think? This is a wooden apple.
Well, you could. I'm just going through these comments here.
Very nicely. If that's what I like, I don't particularly like it. If I don't lying about the house, keep track of the bloody hang. You know.
I like it.
But it came for the gift shop in the September the 11th building, one of the buildings. It came from one of them. One of the buildings before it blew up and fell down, there was a restaurant at the very top and a gift shop, and that came for the gift shop just 2 weeks before it was blown up.
It was a bad day, wasn't it? It was a sad day.
Mm-hmm.
We'd always give it away for you. But 800, what was it? 7, 8, something like that.
No, nearly 3,000 because there was a folk in the planes and all that, was there no?
No, I'm talking about your subscribers. The death toll in the towers was, it was into the thousands.
Willie generally wants to know if anyone wants to know where the last 50p. What's that? 50p?
50p note.
I've got silver coins somewhere. I don't know where they are. The oldest money I've got is a 1672. It's a wee silver coin.
With the last 50p.
Don't know. I was thought about getting rid of this because it might have what do you call it, energy. Yeah.
But how long have you had it? How long have you?
Well, I've had it since that happened. I've had it since. Well, the building's blown up, hasn't it?
10 years, isn't it?
I don't know about that, aye.
I
Don't know what will do it. Huh.
I don't know.
It used to have a sticker on the bottom and it said World Trade Center, but that fell off. Right. I don't know.
You should maybe get some comments on that as well.
Don't know.
See some ideas.
What's that? The 10 shilling notes were withdrawn. I've got a 10 shilling note. I've got one. I don't know where it is though. Where did I last see it?
You'll get there, Drew. You'll get there. You're good at what you do, Drew. I know that,
I
right?
can't remember where that 10 shilling note is that I've got.
1969.
But I have got one.
It got thingied.
I remember where I've got that 10 shilling note now. It's annoyed me.
And unsub. I know, Drew. I don't know why people do that.
Oh, okay. I get that tea in my channel. Folks subscribe, then unsubscribe, then subscribe. And I can see their name. And they keep doing it, 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 and they keep doing it. Sometimes they do it that much, I just block them. And then see when you go to resubscribe.
If you subscribe to a channel, then you decide, it's no for me, then, it's no hard. Unsubscribe and that's it. But I don't see the point of coming back and forward. It doesn't make any sense to me, I'm afraid.
Ken, I do have a 10 shilling note to you, but I can't remember what I did with it. I had a silver dollar with it. Somebody gave me a while ago.
Silver dollar, but that was years ago. No idea where it went. But no, that would be annoying, just subbing. I don't think that's happened to us yet.
There was a 1,000 note. That's right, there was. That's right, there was. I had. That's kind of annoying me, that now. Because I did have. It'll be somewhere, I don't care. I'll find it in the border or something.
You'll find it when you're not looking for it.
That's it. It's not that they may not need to do that. Oh, I've had it. See, because I'm into all the spiritual stuff and but when Gina's saying there, and the medium stuff and that, you have no idea. That's why I've got some of my comments turned off. You can, because I get the Bible bashers.
Oh, because we're all Satanists and.
Oh no! Oh. I had a guy last week. Repent, repent. You are following the Lord. You will be burning in hell with the imps dancing round you. I'm like, for fuck's sake. I mean, folk just don't realise. I don't think they're that drilled in.
I mean, no harm in them. They've got their beliefs, same as we have, same as everybody else has. We've all got our own beliefs in what we do. And I say, live and let live. If you don't like something, then don't get near it. Don't bother with it, It's, I don't try to go for anybody's beliefs, but just, if you don't like it, then just leave it. Leave it alone.
Oh, I get it all the time. I get it all the time. I'm going to burn in hell. The imps are going to be chasing me about with pitchforks. Do you ken one guy, one day, he copied nearly a quarter of the Bible and pasted it in the one comment. It went down, and it went down, and it went down, and it went down, and it went down. And I'm like, holy shit. And then at the end it says, repent and stop believing, and I'll resubscribe to you. These folk are idiots. I really do think that.
Years and years ago, when I stayed with my mum, I was a teenager, we used to get the Jehovah's Witnesses coming in, and my mum used to try and juice them away, but I always invited them in. If it was me that answered the door, I would invite them in so we could have a debate, and they always left me a copy of the Watchtower. See the amount of copies of the Watchtower, I think it was called, that I had was unbelievable. And my mum used to crack up at me, because she'd maybe be upstairs or something to go with, and I'd open it and it'd be them. They'd come back every week. And I said, oh, in you come. And she'd come down the stairs and see them sitting there and say, oh no. I used to sit in the debates with them back then. I don't know if they still do that kind of thing. But that was years ago. But as I say,
Jehovah's Witnesses, God.
Everybody's got their own beliefs, but I don't think she was branding state worshippers, and we're all going downstairs to the big burning fire and stuff like that.
It's ridiculous. Yeah, I mean, go burning in the pits of eternity because they believe in a afterlife. They believe in the exact same thing, except they think they're special because. Yeah, I mean.
Drew will be back in 5 minutes. He's away to blow up Liam's bed. So he's going to explode or something, doesn't it?
Yeah, I know.
I'm going to blow up Liam's bed. Bye! Oh, kidding, Drew. I know what you mean.
Oh god.
Good luck with that. I blew up a double air bed in here, and it's no fun. It's no fun.
You get an
I've
electric
blown up.
pump.
This is before I had a pump. I mean, I blew up many an air bed, and I was going purple by the end. I thought I needed an hour.
Oh. The froze. He's back. Oh, he's coming back. He's froze there.
I know. It's his internet.
You need to phone them and say, listen, I want fibre optic broadband. No dial-up.
It's meant to be fibre optic.
Because we upgraded
BT
2 3 weeks ago.
BT, aye, but we've changed it.
Right.
But don't tell BT.
I don't tell BT that we've changed it to... Who have we changed it to? Plusnet?
The guy in the telly. Plusnet. We'll do you right or something like that, whatever it is. It's the same guy, isn't it?
I don't know.
Aye, the happy guy, Peter Kay, looking like, hiya Carol, how are you? I will do you proud, that's what he says, Plusnet, will do you proud.
Something like that, aye.
I don't know what I did with that 10 shilling note that I had. Like that.
So hopefully, in a couple of weeks, our lives will be better. Because I'll not keep dropping it all the time.
And you'll not see the wee revolving circle. Say hi Carol, welcome to our wee live. It was kind of unexpected, so we're just kind of, it's a random chat. We've been talking about everything from men dressing up as women to balls and just, you know, you get the idea. It's just general. So feel free to comment, or if you want to come on the chat yourself, you're very welcome. Join in. We're all a happy bunch here. As long as Chris has got his packet of balls, he's a happy man.
Are you not sent away for flashy balls? Can the ones at the ghost light?
Drew, your bed's already been blown up by a pump, so your bed is all ready for you.
I want flashy balls, Chris, but I've not bought them yet.
You can buy them through Amazon for £3 for 3.
Well, send me the link for £3 for 3, because I can only find them on eBay for like £16 for 3, and I don't particularly want to find that.
Excuse me, I've seen them. I sent the link to Andrina. When I thought, my god, that's dirt cheap. I thought to myself, my god, that is cheap. See if I can find them.
Tater tot casserole.
Is Citizen still with us?
I don't know.
Maggie's away playing with his balls.
If you're still with us, I've seen you in a couple of your lives using the balls. I've seen you in a couple of your lives using it, and I've seen quite a few ghost shows with them getting used. What's your opinion on them? Do you think they're worthwhile, or maybe just another gimmick? Or
I don't know if he's here.
Tater tots is a potatoes, I think. Am I right?
Tater tot casserole.
Carol, Luna, Oracle. Tater tots, is that no?
There we go.
I think they're equivalent to roast potatoes, maybe.
See, exact same ones. Sure. I kid you not, the exact same ones as ghost shops are selling, right?
Right.
For like 25 quid, and these ones are exactly the same for 376. Send you it now.
I was going to say send it to now. And then I'll get them ordered to now.
Aye.
Don't look at me, that wasn't me.
Hamburger, tomato soup, green beans,
tater tots
on top.
Hamburger, tomato soup, green beans, and tater tots. It sounds nice, doesn't it? It sounds really nice. And I think tater tots is wee potatoes or fried potatoes, something. I don't know.
What noise were you talking about, Scott?
I don't know how to describe it. pumping noise. You know that noise you get, you put your hand under your arm, you go like that. Like that.
That noise?
Right, I've sent it to you. Check your messenger. Which I think's reasonably cheap for them, considering they're exactly the same ones. Exactly made exactly the same.
It's got that noise?
I'm
No.
just talking about this noise.
That noise?
Is it this noise?
No, it was that kind of squelchy noise. No, it wasn't that. It's fine, it's away.
I might order a bag packet into. I'm going to add them in my basket.
A robotic ball?
Aye, no, what you do is you press the wee red thing in, right? And then you sit it down, and basically it stops flashing. And then if something goes near it or touches it slightly, it instantly starts to flash. But it's exactly the same thing. Exactly the same.
Oh.
If people are wondering what we're talking about, bloody screens. I've got one of these for wife, bloody things. Flashy balls.
Yes, I've just ordered some flashy balls.
Back to balls.
You can't avoid the ball conversation, right?
It was quite funny because I was watching Citizen Z the other night. It was you should join Citizen Z. It was going on. It's just what he said. He says, now to the spirits, he says, come and touch my balls.
Well, it is Ed.
And I was lying on my bed and I nearly fell at the bed.
You know.
Oh Jesus, I don't know, sometimes I will.
I'm getting another can of Coke, by the way, that's what I was doing. I wasn't trying to get close to the camera or nothing.
Excuse my ugly
See what I'll do is I'll send you a link again for the exact same ones, except it's ghost hunting ones. Right, wait, let's see if I can find it.
Excuse the glare on my glasses as well, folks, but if I take them off, then I look like a tool and I can't see the chat, so... Scott, where's your spectacles?
Right, look at this, right? Here's 2 of them, right, for 10 quid.
Pair of boys.
And they're meant to be ghost hunting. See, it pays to shop about, guys. Have a look at that, Sarah. Exactly the same ones, exactly the same, but they're 10 quid for 2. You're getting 3 for $3.76.
Or I just say to Chris, I need this, please find it for me.
I spend a lot of time in Amazon Prime. It's amazing what you can get.
eBay is quite good too, especially for wild and stuff. I got a 10 metre.
That's where I go all the stuff for my special ghost hunting rig. Yeah.
I ordered a 10 metre AM, whatever the hell the wire's called, today for £3.45.
Because you got the wrong one.
The only problem with eBay is it takes about 2 weeks to get delivered to you. With Amazon, if I ordered that now, I'd probably get it tomorrow.
I know, see that's the thing next day.
You're talking to one of Amazon's best customers.
Oh, I order off Amazon every week.
This isn't an advertising show for Amazon, folks.
That's what I meant to say. What does a UV light do when they ghost hunting?
See, I don't know, because I've got a UV light on the camera. And it turns everything purple. So I'm not sure. Citizen, answer the question. What, or anybody actually, what does a UV light do when you're out and about? Because it turns things purple. I know that.
What do you say, Citizen Z? What does a UV light do?
SLS camera. Scott, Citizen will have the SLS camera.
Good.
Serious trouble with headphones tonight.
I was going to buy an EMF meter, but I was wanting to buy the one with the needle, no one with the lights.
You've got to buy a what, sorry, Chris?
I was going to buy an EMF meter. Again, how you get the one with the wee dial that moves.
A K2.
Mhm.
A K2, aye. But see how you get the one with the lights? I was wanting the one with the needle that moves. It's more expensive.
I've tried.
They say it's more accurate too.
UV light is for radiation. But how does it work, Citizen? Because on my camera, it turns everything purple. And then, I don't know, it doesn't show up humans or anything. So I don't know how it works. We're fairly new to the ghost hunting.
I was going to buy one of the, what do you call it, recorders. Ken, so you can record EVPs. I
I've got one
suppose
of
you
them.
can just, but you can use your phone, but if you're using your phone to streaming video way, you can just have it separate.
I've got one. It's a wee tiny one. It's only about that.
Aye, it's only, what is it? I think it's only, what is it, wee size one. What they call it again,
Aye,
voice recorders.
tiny.
A
It's actually,
dictaphone thing.
aye, UV light, flashlight, ghost hunting / paranormal investigation to identify human matter or even to find things like scorpions. A handy tool as oftentimes blood can be identified as a life source. Good to know then. My camera's got a UV light on it, so that's
There
good
you
to know.
go. In the Scottish weather, you'll be good to know that there's no scorpions near you.
Exactly.
What's the Scottish weather for tomorrow? But that's the thing.
It's to be beautiful tomorrow, it's to be 26.
We've to get a 1-day heat wave. So everybody at Scott will be in investigation tomorrow in his shops.
Yes, and I don't charge.
Don't worry, I'll tell the farmer to keep the sheep away.
Aye,
As long as there's no homicidal sheep with axes, then I'll be a happy man.
shorts and possibly no t-shirt, which isn't a pretty sight.
No. I think they're
Oh, you don't want
outlawed
this.
whaling, is it not?
You
I think
don't want
whaling.
to scare the estate.
I think whaling's against the law these days, is it not? You know what I mean? I might not be shorts on because if we can get maybe into this tunnel, then I think I'd
Well,
prefer
I'd advise
to
against it.
trust
I'd
the
advise
jeans.
against it
You
because
know
there's
what
loads of net. I'd advise against it because there's a lot of nettles and Scottish thistles.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I'd probably have I think I'll be wearing the jeans. I might take the shorts and throw them in the boot of the car, who knows? But I think I'll be sticking to the jeans just for running about that general area, and then the shorts will be going on. If it's going to be
What we need
25,
is
26 plus, then
what we need
aye.
is we need someone brave to go down that tunnel. Citizen C, you free?
I'll get down the tunnel. I don't mind.
No, don't.
I was
No.
all set to get down it today. I put a wee thing up on Facebook this morning that we're going to get down day today, and then obviously the weather kind of says different.
We'll send Andrina down.
It's the spiders that's down there.
If you watch for the spiders.
Big ones.
I don't like spiders. I don't like spiders or sheep.
Got the big fangs in the ends.
Anything that begins with S and I'm away.
Snake.
Spiders don't bother me. Citizen, thanks
No.
anyway. She sees at the other end of the garden as soon as she sees it. And you know, notice every spider is huge. See, whenever she shouts, they're always monsters. But they're like, you know, like that size. Which is, come in, there's a huge spider in the living room,
The
and you can
centipedes I
see
hate.
the bubble. It's like a wee
I
dot.
hate centipedes.
The only thing I don't like is wasps. That's it. I don't like wasps.
Nobody likes wasps.
I hate crickets as well, but I've got a box of crickets in my cupboard.
Oh, they don't do any harm.
You should see the size of the buggers we've got then.
But you've got crickets in your cupboard? What are you doing with crickets in your cupboard?
Because we're manky.
Wait a minute. I'll be back.
Why you get crickets in your house?
Because we've got a gecko.
Oh, you got one
We've
of the
got a
lizards that eat them.
We've got like a gecko.
Have you got like a
Leopard
lizard?
gecko.
You've got any of the
It's
things
not.
that you feed it. Are they live ones? Dead ones?
Aye, another life. I'll go to her. She doesn't eat them if they're no life.
See?
They're going to be alive. That's for our gecko called Dotty.
Oh, you feel sorry for the crickets. All they want to do is jump about the long grass, making their funny noise. I mean, it's what's going to happen. You're going to go to the pearly gates and you're going to be reincarnated as a cricket.
Oh no.
Where's Alan when you need him, Scott?
I don't know where Alan is. I've not seen Alan in ages. They're a cat.
Oh,
I've not seen Alan.
Hey,
I've not seen Alan for ages. I don't know what the hell's happened to him. Disappeared off the face of the earth.
I've got big massive worms and ochras, but they're huge. They're about that, and I think they're all good.
Don't. I hate things like that.
They're harmless, really. They're harmless. Dotty just she loves them. As soon as you put them in her vivarium, that's it. Gone. It's actually fascinating to watch them, to watch the way they eat. Do you know what I mean? I'm the one that feeds her, and as soon as you put the crickets in, she draws back just a tiny bit, and then she just lunges, and it's gone in the one. It's actually
Ken,
quite fascinating.
there's places in the world where people actually eat crickets. You getting that?
Fry them and all sorts. There's places in the world where they eat a lot of strange stuff, especially Australia. Look at see that I'm a Celeb, the bush tucker trial thing.
I've seen
Some
it.
of the stuff
So when they get the
there,
big grub. So when they get the big fat grub out the tree and they bite into it and it explodes. There's stuff everywhere.
witchy grub.
Come on then.
Even you can't eat the head there or something. There's a party you're not
No.
supposed to eat. I think it's the head.
Mm-hmm.
And you've got the camels or kangaroos balls basically, and you just wouldn't. I mean, but this is actually food out there, and no, so there is a lot of weird. I suppose if you're born into that kind of culture and you're brought up in
You're
it,
alright.
then
But in your kind of culture, you go to the shop and you buy a Snickers bar. In their culture, you go to the local bush and find a big fat grub.
Exactly. So you don't think twice about frying up a couple of witchy grubs or whatever, and
No, they don't fry them. They eat them raw.
well, I'm doing that. I'm just saying frying them, sticking them in a piece. Whereas we prefer.
I'm fascinated. I'm fascinated with Japan. I love Japan, right? I love anything to do with Japan. I watch all the channels to do with Japan. I was watching a cookery show the other night and they get the sea cucumber, right? And it's like a big long caterpillar, right? And when they slice it, right, it's still alive and it actually crawls off the plate. When you try to eat it, it's still crawling across the plate.
Oh no, seaweed. I've always found it weird how people eat seaweed. I mean, we eat it over here as well, but you know, it's just. It just reminds me of being down at the beach and seeing seaweed, and you know they fry it.
Mm-hmm.
Have you tried it? Oh no, it's just something that's always.
You can buy it in packs or washed.
I've seen it in the shops and what have you, washed and pre-packed and what have you. But no, it's no. I'm a plain eater. I don't eat fancy stuff.
Lobster's good.
I've tried lobster when I worked at the steakhouse that used to be over there. I tried lobster then, but no, it didn't really jump out at me, for want of a better word. Comments. So is that the most dangerous thing in this tunnel, Chris? Is the nettles and the thistles? Is that it?
I've never looked down it. I helped the farmer one day when his sheep fell down it. And I says to him, I says, how far down does it go? And he says, oh, it goes down quite far. Because it just goes down at a gradient. And then it like turns off.
Right, so it's not a straight drop?
I don't know, that's the thing.
You moved to there.
Well, what
I've been
means
told
you
it's
go in?
starting to collapse inside, so it might have collapsed by now, I don't know.
Scott, come get your lassie.
Excuse me a minute. I'll take you with me. I need to go and get my girl. She's causing havoc again. You'll meet them tomorrow night, Drew, don't worry. You'll meet the two of them tomorrow night.
She's sitting terrorising my gecko.
We had this conversation before, you and I, didn't we? Mm-hmm.
Take her in the room, you.
There you go, she's there. Hey, you stay in here with me.
Chris, do you
You're
want to take
grounded.
that?
No, I've got a cola. She would need it.
Kayami tried to sell them last night for £50, which I think is quite cheap for a kitten, but there you go.
My
wanted
brother's,
to
he's
sell a
got
cat
cats.
for
He's got a
£10.
cat.
Hey, come here.
Cats are... You can't really take a cat out a walk. Get what I mean? You
I
can't take a
couldn't
cat out
on
a
a
walk
leash.
and...
You can't on a leash.
You
People
can't
walk
chuck a
out.
tennis ball and they bring it back to you.
Drew knows a guy that takes his cat out on a leash, I'm sure. If Drew's still in the chat. Drew!
Yeah, pair wee thing. No, they're alright, but I wouldn't have one.
I could
They're
take my
annoying.
Elizabeth on a walk
When I go
for a
to my
wee
brother,
leash.
when I go to my brother's, Maggie, her name is, she's 14 now, wee jet black cat. She's a really nice cat. But when I sit down, the first thing I feel is the cat going through my legs, like it usually does. Then it jumps up onto my leg with its big claws. And then it's up round about me, and it's round about my back, and then it's round about, and it keeps rubbing itself up against it, pulling away.
Strangest
Good
animal.
claws. They've got good claws.
I clip their claws. I clip their claws every couple of weeks. We bought a wee pair of clippers and I give them a wee manicure.
My brother's cat keeps bringing dead birds to the door.
See, ours are only kittens around the logo outside, so I shouldn't have that problem.
I don't know why they do that. Is that them giving you a
It's
present or something?
Aye, that's it. When a cat brings you a dead bird or a dead mouse, that's them bringing you a present. That's them showing you their affection
Every
for you.
bloody week there's either a dead moose or a dead rat, a dead, what you call it, cat, bird lying twitching away outside his house.
No, they stare. The strangest animal I've ever seen getting walked is, I don't know if it classes an animal, is in Edinburgh. I used to go to Edinburgh a lot and citizen on over us at Princess Street Gardens. During the summer, it's lovely just to go and sit. And I was sitting there one day and there was somebody out with a ferret on a tiny wee leash.
Oh God,
Walking a
ferrets.
ferret.
One of
And,
my used to go to college, Scott's got a ferret and she takes it up the Dean Park and lets it play on the swings and all that. With a leash.
See where you're going tomorrow, there's mink down there.
There's what?
Mink.
What's a mink?
You never care what a mink is.
I've never heard of a mink in my life.
Scott, do you
Heard
care what a
of
mink is?
I've heard of a mink coat, but I've not.
I
I've
used
not
to get
actually
mink
know.
long ago. They used to make coats out of minks, and no,
Alpaca.
they still kill them in America and stuff. But they're vicious. They're like ferrets but bigger, and they are vicious. They're black, and the will. I've heard of them. The state shooting them with a stay because they'll kill dogs. They're vicious. They carry rabies and all that kind of stuff. So there you go.
Yeah.
So while you're out your motor needing to worry about sheep, you can worry about minks.
Shrimp Shack, Scott doesn't like alpacas.
And spit at you, didn't they?
No, Chris,
Alpacas.
this is why he doesn't like it. Wait till I find the picture.
Oh yeah, don't show the picture because that bid for a night with me will just disappear.
I'm just about
We
to
went.
go for a minute, but what's the picture?
I'm going to find it now.
We went on holiday last year down to Primrose Valley. near Scarborough and Bridlington, you know, between Scarborough and Bridlington. And one day we went to there's a wildlife park, I'm not sure which, it's near Bridlington, it's only about that area, went to this wildlife park. And we were walking around, you can buy wee bags of feed as you go in. So we got some bags, and there was alpacas there, and I put some the feed in my hand. Sarah dared me to put it. Now I know they spit, so this was right at the front of my mind. You know, this bugger's going to spit in me. I put it in, it ate it off my hand, and Sarah's actually got a photograph of this thing licking my hand, and it was one of the most disgusting feelings in the world. Let me tell you.
There you go, guys.
Never. I was just very unflattering, yeah, but there you go. It was a beautiful sunny day as well, as you'll notice in the picture. It was lovely. But I can still. Oh, it was horrible. It was just, very rough sandpaper and, ugh. But I didn't want to pull my hand away in case he took offence and decided to spit at me.
There's a farm right ahead my house,
and
they've got horses.
Never feed a alpaca. It's horrible.
Horses are alright, I like the horses, I like to scratch their ears and stuff. Yep.
There you go, Chris. That's as close as I've ever gotten to a sheep.
Some nice looking sheep.
They're lovely.
Yeah.
You don't show all the holiday snaps. Sorry about this, folks, but I don't have any control of the pictures that come up.
But look at the monkey.
Oh.
It's a cute wee monkey. Some big fat pigs as well.
Yep, Drew, I could, huh? I don't usually, but no, I will do, yep.
I can't use got to know like this, but there's nothing like roast pork.
Oh, roast pork, barbecue sauce and roast pork. Oh, amazing.
Oh, no, applesauce.
Applesauce
with roast pork.
No, I don't like applesauce. No.
I do.
To me, applesauce and roast pork is the same as pineapple.
I hate, to tell you the truth, see how you get these places where these animals are kept. I hate like safari parks and things like that, because I don't think they should be locked up. I'm one of these folk that don't like zoos.
Well, there's an owl, right? No, that owl
it shouldn't be in there.
Thrice in my life, Chris, right? Because its teeth was turned round, its body is turned round the other way, and that wee hang just cracked its neck right round to look at me in the rain, and I get the fright of my life.
It was like The Exorcist.
Nah,
you know,
that's the neck like the owl. Right round.
It just went like that, and it just looked at me. I was like, ah!
I don't like animals kept in. Folks say but they're kept safe and all that. No, it's nature, isn't it? If a gazelle gets killed in the African plain by a tiger, that's life. It's meant to happen. Obviously, folks shooting gorillas and shooting elephants and that, I think it's a terrible thing. But I do think I hate zoos. I won't go to a zoo. I don't like them because I just feel for the animals. Like, you see these big, what do you call it, rhinoceroses and all that, in a wee compound.
I know. Some of them got. We went to one. God, what was that one we went to last year in West called the Five Sisters?
Five Sisters Zoo, aye.
That one's quite good. That one, the animals will get plenty of space. I'll give them that.
Was that the place where the rescued, was it lion, tiger, or what was it?
The rescued bears. The rescued bears from the circus. They were circus bears, and they fundraised so many million to get them brought out here, and they were looking after them, and one has just died.
Nah. I don't think it's nice keeping them. See, like birds of prey and that, I don't like to see them kept in captivity. different if you've got a budgie or like a what do you call it, a canary or something. But see the big eagles and stuff like that, I think it's disgraceful keeping them in a cage. Get what I mean?
You're not getting my wild.
Drew has come off on, and I'm
Hello,
about to
Drew.
leave.
I have been
I'm about to
released.
leave.
I had to
From
blow up
behind.
your bed, and I'll tell you that was hard gone. Whew. I had to blow up the bed.
Were you doing it right now?
Listen, guys,
Oh,
I'm going to head now, but I'll see you all the more at 3 o'clock at the castle.
Was it something I said?
I'm getting off anyway. I'm getting off anyway. I'm getting off
Didn't
anyway.
think you did. I thought you liked me. There you go. Shows you
I
done
know.
it. Oh,
Way to
Right
go,
then.
Chris, with your timing there. That was, you know.
I know, Ken.
No, I didn't say that.
Hello. Hello,
I
Drew.
did. Hey, Drew, bye. No, I did. No, I'm going to bed because I'm tired. But I'll see you tomorrow at the castle.
God,
Well, the gates will be shut, so I'll open them and let you through. But
Aye.
I'll see you tomorrow.
We
Enjoy.
need to shut them behind us.
I think it'd be like to leave them open the now because there's no sheep can go out. There's a cattle can out. Should be fine.
That's
Right,
fine.
I'll see you after.
Well,
Bye,
we say
everybody.
goodnight, Chris. Well, we say
Bye.
goodnight. Very say
How
goodnight,
you
Willow.
doing? How you doing, Drew?
Aye, all right. Long time no see, chaps. What you's been up to?
Talking about
Talking
balls.
rubbish, actually. Just talk because tonight was unplanned. It's just been jibber
Never
jabberish.
seen for ages. My God. Who's
I'm-
on
I'm
anyway?
lo-
Who have we got in?
I'm loving the
We've
hair.
got-
Loving the hair.
We've got, oh, hi, Luna. Citizen. Shrimp Shack. Shrimp Shack. Oh, there we go. We've got our usuals in.
Jack
Carol.
was here.
There was
Carol.
that. Hi, everybody. Sorry I was late. I was actually... What did you say about an SLS camera there, Citizen?
That's
I
been
got, I
taken.
will have my SSL camera. Oh, I want one of them. That's the only one I've not got yet. I'll get one for my Christmas, I think. I know. And my wee grandson, see that there's an alpaca farm just up for us. And his other grand took him there one day to show him all the alpacas. And it just so happened that they were filming that day for their website. So Zach's on it, leading the alpacas round about the yard. It's quite funny, actually. So if you just look up Colburn Alpaca Farm, you'll see my grandson.
There you go.
I'm not getting near them. No, after
Oh, do you
my, no, after my near-death experience with that one last year, like my hand.
Oh, near death experience.
Did you not see the picture, Drew?
No, I didn't see it.
Oh, I'll need to bring it back up.
Sure.
Wait a minute, I'll bring it back up just for
Aye,
you.
let me see this. I've got to see this.
Scott, Scott hates this picture, right? Scott absolutely hates this picture.
I wouldn't exactly say it was a near-death experience, so.
Well, you weren't there. It's all right. You weren't there. I mean,
Oh,
I
I
had
can
to
feel your
do it.
trauma from here.
I still relive it. It's over a year ago, and I still relive it daily. Every time I see a hairy animal, I run.
Up, one, come on, up.
If I see them on the TV, I need to switch off.
Wait till I let you see my dog. Sparkle, come here, hen. Up. Here, see my man. Up here. Come here. Can you see my doggy? Look at the camera. Let them see your beautiful... Oh, she's not got a play ball. I was wanting to let them see your beautiful eyes. Hey, let me see it.
Right, 2 minutes to bring it up. 2 seconds, citizen. 2 seconds, citizen. 2 seconds.
Nice, good girl.
2 seconds to bring this up for Scott.
I've never looked at an alpaca again the same way.
Oh, I must say, you look traumatised.
I was. You should like to see me after it. I mean, I can sit down for that.
Wondering when you did, because I don't think it was aiming for your horns.
Look at that, Drew. Look at the look in that man's eyes.
That is a man that is close to the light.
Look, Wally, come here, see this. Oh, he needs to get his bed for this one.
It does.
Traumatised. Put the full picture back up, Sarah. Look where the alpaca's aiming for. So good job we put his horn up, wasn't it?
Did it have its mouth open?
Aye, but Wally, wait till you see this.
Look at the face.
I hope your zip wasn't done.
It was joggies I done.
Good doggies horn.
I hope
Oh, it was horrible.
Oh no.
I was licking my horn and it was just, it was horrible. It was near death.
I believe you. What horn was it like?
What, Citizen, who are you disguised as today?
Keep it clean, boy. Keep it clean.
Maybe Dr. Phil.
That was funny. You don't look
I
that
was in the-
traumatized, but
I still can't look an alpaca in the eye.
how can you do that? Who are you now?
Michael Jackson.
How can you do that? Is that an app you just put over the top of your stream?
Yeah.
Oh no, you get 2,500, aren't you? So you can do other things. I can't wait to get to 1,000 subs for all these crazy things you can do.
I take it you've got StreamYard. I take it you've got a paid package with StreamYard, Citizen.
Yeah.
How does it work?
Oh.
Right? See how obviously it's in dollars. Does it just convert it to pounds when you go to buy it?
Yeah, it does it automatically.
Good job. I was going to ask you the other day and I keep forgetting to ask you.
Right. I
The
don't
one
think
I'm
you need to
using,
once you get to 1,000
to get
subs
the-
so do you can... Sorry, Citizen.
This is Snap Camera.
Right. So see, once you get to be able to live stream on YouTube, can you have multiple screens or are you only allowed to live stream yourself?
You only allowed one stream yourself, but you can use different things. You can use StreamYard. You can go through YouTube as
right.
well.
Right. See, I thought once you got to 1,000, you could maybe add multiple screens. So you still need Streamlabs for that.
But with the basic StreamYard, you only get 20 hours a month.
Right. Oh, so that's right. Chris was saying something about that, wasn't it? Oh, that's a good tune.
Yeah.
I like that. That's a cracker.
After that, I think it's 20. The next plan up's $25 a month, which works out at
You
Oh,
know,
that's a
£20,
good tune. I like that. Yeah.
£21 or something.
You see that, Wally? Look. That's a belter. I like that. I will only a couple of these new put fresh tobacco in.
What's your swan then, Drew?
Oh, it's a good tune. That's a good tune, I know. See, it shows you, it just shows you the software that's out there, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm. I can even change my voice if I want to as well.
But you... Stop.
You went
I went.
alpaca track and shrimp shack. Was that good? Do you like alpacas? I think they're beautiful.
Did you have a near-death experience, Trump?
Their wool is
You know
expensive.
what I'm talking about.
Their wool is expensive. Well, I'm much like that with horses.
Let me see if that
Scott,
still works.
Perfect.
I got trapped in a field with horses one time, and my ex was to kind of move it out the road because I was terrified. That one's strange.
Scott, are you tired? You're not talking much. This is what we're saying.
That's because I'm dealing with...
Alpaca.
Alpaca traumatization.
Exactly, Luna. Exactly, Willie. I am reliving, because I've seen that photo again, all that stuff. It's just again flooding back. The whole lot's just flooding back to me. I thought I was over it.
That's crazy, Citizen, honestly. Did you
My
see
wee
my
kitten-
wee sign I made?
My wee
Sorry,
kitten's sitting there.
sorry, Sarah. I see Citizen's sign in the background, you see. So I'm trying to show mine.
Thanks for your concern, Luna. Traumatised again.
I made my bee myself. I know I can hear his voice. He sounds like a robot. We'll see that again. I can't make him out. Can you, Sarah?
Does he sound any better now?
All right.
No.
No, really, no. Aye, that's what I was going to ask you, Scott. Are you
Get
able
down,
to connect?
get down.
Oh, he's giving
Sorry,
me
I've got a cat trying.
See
I've got a
earlier
cat
on
trying.
how right.
TV cable. I'll be right. Cat's
No,
trying
no,
to keep TV cable.
I'll ask Citizen, have you ever thought about doing something like that in your channel, like connecting, helping people connect to their loved ones? Yeah. Like what you did with Mariah earlier. Have you ever thought about doing that? I can't hear you.
What's on the background?
That's your voice.
You sound like Donald Duck.
I've never thought of doing it, Drew, but I would look into it. I'm
It's
something I
just
would
because
try.
I've got a lot of people that ask me if I can do it, and I can't do it. All I can do is draw my tarot and tell them the way I feel, but I can't actually connect to their spirit like yous. And I know I've got
It
a couple of
depends on the energy it comes to me, though. That's the only thing. If I can't get the right energy from that person,
right.
it's going to take the time to doing it.
Right, so earlier on was just because it was the right time, the right moment, and it to come through.
Yeah, it was basically that spirit was connecting me to let Mariah know, because it felt like it was on her mind and she had to get a connection.
She really has been struggling. She used to go live a lot, maybe 2 or 3 times a week, doing quizzes and things, like you could sit and help her with quizzes and things like that. But I think she's been struggling for the last couple of weeks, to be honest with you.
Right, aye.
Mm-hmm.
This normally freaks people out.
Oh, that one is quite freaky, isn't it? That is quite freaky. So that's just Streamlabs that does that?
No, it's Snap Camera.
Oh, look at that. Oh, Snap Camera. Look at that. You're in the big alien feed. All right, let me put the big light out. Well, then I'll go put this big light out. He's got to sleep.
There's millions upon millions of different ones that I could get. I could get Halloween type effects and.
Wait, watch Sparkle. I'll stick the earphones on if you want.
Is it just an app that you run?
What?
Say that again, Sarah? Oh,
is it just an app that you run in the background?
Yeah, it's called Snap Camera.
Well, I've got it right there.
I just normally use this for when I'm doing quizzes or fun and games time.
That's quite good. I like that one, the wee coffin. See, I want to make an intro up, and I'm looking for like a good app or something that I can make.
Yeah.
Maybe a 50-second intro or something.
Well, normally I can make them because I don't know if you see my intro. It's me normally makes them.
Oh, can you make them, Citizen? Aye.
Yeah. I can make one for you if you want.
Oh, I'd love. Would you be able to do it with the? You ever seen on my channel? I've got like the pentagram with the eagle sitting, or the raven sitting on top of it. I kind of use that as my logo.
Yeah, you can add pictures, you can add videos, you can add your own music to it and however you want it to be.
Well, if you could do that, that'd be brilliant. Excellent. I'd even pay you for you to do it if you want.
No, I don't want any money for it. I can do it to help you out, no problem. Just leave it with me and I'll get that done for you.
Cheers, that'd be brilliant.
That's
Even
no
if
problem.
because mine's just like a purple background. Chris actually made it for me. The logo is a pentagram with the moon, different phases of the moon going around it, and it's a raven sitting on the top of it. But he had already made it purple, and I said to him I'd wanted it blue, but he made it purple. But anything would be brilliant. That'd be great. Cheers.
Yeah, it's different. It's no problem.
It's hard to take you seriously when you're with Mr. Bean. Is that Mr. Bean? Or Freddy Krueger now? Where's Sarah disappeared to Scott?
I don't know what you're doing.
I was having a fag.
I thought you were maybe having to sort the other cat out.
Oh, he's lying. We'll be able to see him. I don't know. He's lying on the couch.
I like that one. That's a good
I'm with this one. Try to eat
see the wee blob on the couch behind me? That's
I see it. Oh, he's lying. There's a butter wouldn't melt.
He's lying there, sound of a change.
you'll meet them tomorrow night, Drew. I'm dealing with the one that's a wee SHIT, basically.
They'll probably end up
Yeah.
sleeping with us and burst in your bed. They'll burst your blow up
But
bed.
back to the that's out in the tent.
I like that.
Oh, I didn't tell you that, but did I?
That's a belter. It's good if you want to go incognito on it.
Mhm.
So where's your next place you've got planned, citizen? Any place?
At the
anywhere
moment,
planned?
I'm unsure. I'm just
Not sure yet.
trying to do.
Is the weather too, isn't it? Is it? You said it's to be good tomorrow, Sarah. Oh no, I
It's to
don't
be
like
20
that. That's a beastie. I'm not like too keen in that one. Big cockroach.
25 or 26 tomorrow. I think
Oh,
it's
so
kind of
right.
Indiana temperatures, winter, is it not?
Good. So what we've got to do, you've got to come up here, go up to the castle, do what we have to do, and then just basically head to your bit then.
Pretty much.
And then
Yep.
Right.
head up to and do Ayrshire.
Who did you say the wee Scammy will not be there, weren't you? Did you say the wind's not going to be there?
Aye, she should be at my dad's, so
All right.
Um,
Okay, doke.
but if you're,
Ice cream.
you're
That looks good, that ice cream, doesn't it? Looks delicious.
never
maybe
really
we
mind.
got
No, I was
See,
going
there's
to say,
one
Drew,
between
we
like
reading. But it's, I'll talk to you tomorrow, Drew, about the readings.
Right, no bother, that's fine,
And it's never something I've thought of doing, but you know, I looked at if there's a few folk. Well, obviously, there's no any charges, so no, I mean, there's nothing like that at all. But no, I just say I'll talk to you tomorrow. But
We'll speak about it tomorrow, not a problem. Not a problem.
we can take you. We'll take you to the two graves, Drew.
Right.
I'm going to try and get. I have got a picture of them somewhere. Till I find it.
Did you figure out how far away it is for you to Bodmin Jail?
We couldn't even find it.
Could you not even find it? No.
the only thing you talk about Bodmin Gal, that's down south. Bodmin.
It's maybe the other jail. See, there's Bodmin Jail and there's another jail that Haunted Finders go to. And I wonder what one is. There's one, maybe Citizen could help us. Citizen, what's the Scottish jails that you can go to for investigations? There's Bodmin and there's...
Is it abandoned or?
I think it's like a tourist kind of spot. Like they take the tourists in and show them all the old jail. Jedburgh. It might be Jedburgh Jail. Because one's in England and one's in Scotland, and it might be Jedburgh that's in Scotland. It's like it's a old Victorian prisons. I'm sure one's. I might be Jedburgh. I don't know.
Well, Luna, it's meant to be that here tomorrow, so hopefully they're right. And Luna's saying it's 85 degrees there, but it's cooled off, so it's meant to be running about that tomorrow. So
I think
hopefully
there's one in
they'll
our
be right.
island here.
As long as it stays dry and no windy.
I know. I was all geared up for it this morning, and then Tris said it was raining, what have you, so that kind of bombed that one out.
I know.
But if anybody knows any locations up here that they want us to take a look at the ball music, as I said, drop us a wee line, drop us a wee comment, whatever, and we'll certainly go and have a look.
We'll be getting that book off of Chris tomorrow when we meet him. So we'll be through it all as a group while we're together, and I'll take a notepad with me and I'll take notes. And we could even maybe take it to your bit, where's it for the weekend, and we'll all kind of look at it together. And then we'll place, and then we can investigate, right? If Chris gives us it tomorrow, we'll take it with us.
Well, I was thinking, see, Tammy, she'll be Sarah's dad, so, I mean, tomorrow night, we could go down to Lockdown because it's not locked up, or not, there's no gates or nothing, you just drive straight down there
And just go down at dark o'clock.
when it's dark, aye.
Right. Ah, that's the
Because
thought.
we were doing the other day and it's all open because there's wild camping down there now, so you can get straight down to the castle. There's no.
I can't help but look at citizens. I mean, they're so spooky, some of them, aren't they?
Right, there's the grave there.
All right, that's that old one you're talking about, right? It's
Aye,
an old
there's two of them.
Saxon grave. Right. Uh-huh. It looks as if it's right next to is it right next to a pavement?
It sits in the middle of a park. Well, it sits at the back end of a park.
Aye, because it looks as if it's right next to a pavement, a walkway.
That's where the Wayne was saying the other day she seen squirrels.
Right. Right.
It's just there's no cemetery there or nothing. It's just these two. It's a big part. It's a castle there, but it's at the other end of the park. But it's just these
Aye.
two graves that are right in the middle of the forest. We thought it
You
was.
never know what you can catch when you're just walking about there then. You would just turn the spirit box on in the meter and walk about the full park.
It says there for the 1940s. It's some baronet, a baron and a baroness. It's buried, man and wife is buried there. So it says it was like 1942.
Castle then. It's never been part of the castle's
I
cemetery.
think they were connected to the castle, but why they buried them away? I mean, it is a fair
Can you
distance
not
from
get
the
any
castle.
pictures of the area? You don't get any pictures of the area way back, and maybe you'll find that half of it was gardens or something, and that's why the cemetery's right away up the back. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, there isn't a cemetery there. It's just the two graves, and
Aye.
just it kind of struck me as unusual why they would pick them at the other end of the park, basically, because it's a fair trek from the castle to the actual graves. But luckily, we found a side entrance, and the graves are right at the side entrance. But the side entrance is on the other side of the park.
So
Sorry,
do you
Drew?
think it'd be part of the house, or do you think it's maybe just been random graves fair way back then? Maybe even a house that was built before and it's been knocked down?
I think
It's
it's
a
been
bit strange
a
two
building
graves in the middle of nowhere, isn't it?
something to
Does
do
it?
with yes things for the castle, but they were in that house, but the house has been knocked down or demolished, or
Aye.
The only house that I know of that sat on the land is the castle that's there today.
Right.
The castle that's there today is the original castle, but they've had to obviously date up.
Fancy for just to be random graves, do you know what I mean? They're quite, look as if they would have been expensive.
how
in their
far do you
days.
check back though, Sarah?
What?
How far do you check back?
As far as I can find in Google.
I definitely feel like there was a dwelling there.
It'd be interesting to see if maybe there was some sort of house built a way back, wouldn't it? And that's maybe the graves of them.
The graves that are there, they belong to folk that came to the castle.
Right.
There
No.
was a baroness and
Maybe
Maybe
they
they had
do.
plans or something for the rest of their land and they just never came to fruition, do you know what I mean? So the graveyard's just a wee way back there. It was maybe meant to be a bigger graveyard, but just so happens it only got the two graves in it. Do you know what I mean?
Is there any
Because
Say
association
the
with
dates on
Indians
it
in
was.
that bit of land?
What, citizen?
Is there any association with Indians in that type of land?
No.
no.
It goes back. It goes way. The first. It was. It's a 14th century castle that's there now.
Uh-huh.
The,
You've always got to mind that
castle
castle
date,
there all the time.
the castle dates back to 1350.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that maybe that, like, for then to know there's been something built that's maybe been knocked down? and we just don't know
I'm
it was
still
there at
getting
some
told
point.
something
The two graves are dated 1942, so they're recent.
Oh,
Ish.
so that all right. That's
This
even
is this is
stranger
what
then.
this is what I'm saying. This is what I found weird. They only date back to 1942, both of them. If they'd been a couple of 100 years old or something, then but you're only getting back 80 years, near enough 80 years, 70,
And who
70,
owns
80
that
years, something
land?
like
Who owns that land now? Do you know? Is it the council that owns the
Council.
land?
that. I think the council on it now. So
Yeah.
this is what I found weird because they're recent graves as far as places we usually go. But we'll take you in tomorrow.
Is
The park's open anyway.
Jack, got any thoughts of how that could possibly be? I'd like to see him go back to that cemetery, Luna. Just wondering why it would be like that. That's strange, especially when they're recent graves, isn't it?
I wonder if they've dishonoured something to do with the castle and that's why they've been put further away from there.
No,
No, there's a
because
big, no, it's so when you can see through time, it's so kind of overgrown, what have you. But back then, if you go and see the actual graves herself, and there's a big plaque and what have you telling all about them, what have you, they were
I need
quite
to
well
investigate it the more
respected,
then.
what have you.
Well, usually when
Um,
you pick up anything to do with history with castles, any graves that's further away from castles, it's either this happened in the castle or there's been a fight there and that's where they've died on that place.
Aye, could be something like that. I get what you mean, citizen, aye. Mm-hmm.
it's arrows and stuff. It's arrows and
Spirits. Maybe they'll tell us. What you saying, Shell? You get your power back? It'd be interesting to see if the spirits will maybe tell us something in it. Seems it is
I
so
was
strange.
when I was there, I
Mm.
never picked up on anything when I was there.
Aye,
I never picked up on anybody.
but we
But
can
if you know your
call,
but they might have
call it
passed
to
over
them.
though, they might not have unfinished business.
Well,
Maybe that's
that's
why you're picking anything up.
back then. I think it was Natalie I sent the photos to,
Uh-huh.
and Taster says when I was there, I get nothing.
Now
So,
it's dark enough to get into a set of woods and investigate, honestly. He's not up for that one night, going into just a set of woods and investigate, see if we can hear and find.
well,
I've done
Andrea, see where
that
the graves
once, I
are.
know that again.
Sorry?
Andrea,
I
see
says
where
I've
the
done that once. Sorry, Sarah.
where the graves are that we're going to take you to tomorrow night. They sit in the middle of woods.
Right. Well, we'll get there and investigate then. Because I've always wanted to get in the middle of the woods and just see what I can pick up. What was you saying, citizen?
I said I've done that once. It's on one of my lives where I investigate. It was meant to be the Doctor's Woods or something like that, and I ended up
Right?
bumping into devil worshippers. They were chasing me about in the
Oh, that
forest.
was a couple of weeks ago, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Aye, I seen the end of that. Did you ever get to find out who that was? If it really
no,
was
I've
the
never
devil
been back in there
worshippers?
since. I'll never go back in there.
No, you're not going to go back.
Uh-uh.
No, I don't blame you. I don't blame you.
well, we could go and see if we get the same reaction.
We could see if we get the same reaction. I definitely
Um,
want to get a set of woods, but we'll do that then, Sarah, up at your bit.
Citizen, if you want to PM as the location, it's up to yourself, obviously. But we can go and have a wander about the woods. I'm
Uh-huh.
up for it. I'm well up for it. So.
I feel as if you interrupted people doing something that night. I think they were either got to do a ritual, had done a ritual, or they were setting up for future rituals. Do you know what I mean? That's what I feel as if you've done that night, interrupted.
Well, I know
someone
the figure
doing
that's
something.
seen in front of me in the path. He was wearing a big long black hood thing, hooded cloak.
Aye, I noticed that. You could see the
And I could
outline.
hear voices at each side of me, and I wasn't too sure if it was spirit or it was them trying to find out where I was. And it was like people telling me there was traps set up and things like that.
Right, you have to be careful. Mm-hmm. See, I might be better off looking but near they was at least until the 1st of August is passed. The Lammas and that's all out the road and all the ritual season's stopped.
Because just outside that woods as well, there was actually an incident that happened 5 months ago. Before I went in through there, and it was a guy that went a bit loopy, and he was going about try to chop people up with a samurai sword at there.
Oh, so all that bad energy will be there then. Maybe that's what
Is
they're
that
like.
is it through? I know you're not going to tell us the location, but is it through Lothian?
Lothian.
Is it through Edinburgh way?
Yeah.
Right. No, I was just wondering. I was just wondering if it was through, your
See, all that
should have
bad
been
energy, people.
your neck of the woods.
The thing got the news straight away about the man that was going to boot with the samurai sword and the female was going to boot with the hammer.
Well, see all that bad energy.
Never
See
heard
people
anything
that
about it.
are into bad magic, they'll try and gather up all that bad energy and they'll use it for
Mhm.
bad stuff. That's how they pick locations where like bodies have been found, serial killers have roamed,
There's
things
actually
like
a
that.
castle on the other side of the forest as well.
Right. It'd be interesting to see, is it derelict?
No, you've got to pay to get a tour around.
Right. I was going to say, because it would be interesting to see if they've maybe set up some sort of altar or something in it. There's maybe even got an altar somewhere in the forest. You have to, if you've come across them and it's devil worshippers, that's definitely one of their spots. They'll not give that up easily because they've built up all that energy there. Do you know what I mean? So,
I've put the castle name in private.
all
Thank
right.
you.
I would maybe just keep a wee eye in that area, you know. Makes you wonder what they're up to. But
Shell says she needs a power bank.
aye, she's probably conked off by now. That was about 10 minutes ago or something. She said that.
But the morning night brew we can do, it's called Dean Park. It's about 10 minutes for us.
Right.
So we can
It sits
go
on
there.
200 acres of land.
Ooh.
It's always quiet. There's no wee idiots drinking or whatever we thinking about.
Right.
So it's always quiet. There's nothing like that. So we can go and take a wander, show you the graves. Excuse me. And we can maybe do a wee live. I'm not sure what the signal's like there, but we can certainly try and do a live.
Aye, and I remember, I don't know if it was earlier on, I said to you, my pal had given me I think it's a cable and it's got like a Wi-Fi booster at the end. I think it boosts your Wi-Fi when you're out live streaming or something. I think it just gives
You still get your furry ball here.
Aye, it's my daughter's, I'll get to Laura. My power bank.
Aye.
I told you it's my haggis.
Alright, we've got your haggis here.
You know,
No, it's actually in the car. I put it in the motor, I put it in the car earlier on, so I wouldn't forget it.
feed them half a carrot a day.
I will be starving because I've gave it nothing. It's not had
Oh,
anything.
my wee haggis will be deeded. It's my
Where
daughter's.
did he go?
So what he's all saying in chat, he's getting in planned tonight, Luna, any live streams?
Well, I thought I was going to go live, and I thought, no, I'll leave the night off because I did 4 full lives yesterday, different locations.
Aye, I've still watched the other 2 of them. I watched 2 of them earlier on. They're quite interesting.
I still didn't get the bit of the castle where the witches were executed, the innocent witches. They just get a little water fountain, a tiny wee water plant, if you can call it that.
Oh, we'll need to go up there and shout out to the witches the next time we're in Edinburgh, Sarah, up at the castle.
Definitely.
Definitely get a full investigation going up there because it's really interesting. Like.
Well, the last time that we went that night was on Grey. Scott gave my fright. Grey Friars. We went to the castle and then we went to the close, Mary King's Close, and then we went down to Scott. Where else did we go?
Castle, Mary King's, St Giles. Down at the Children's Museum. And then there's that. Oh, where I picked up that young lass. I can't remember what that was called. I
can't find that footage. Cannot find it.
Well, I was getting good responses at Mary King's Close for the K2 meter.
we didn't do an investigation, citizen. We just done a wee kind of history video that night because our main goal was to do the.
We were just putting about to 3 o'clock, weren't we?
I will
I will-
just. Our main goal was
Just
grave
calling
files.
time.
Right, yeah.
Cassie's gone
Um,
live, right? No bother with her. I'll probably pop on. I like to listen to you all.
See, I was saying earlier on, I was checking out about more about the City of the Dead and that. They
Right.
say they're not allowed to do live investigations in there anymore now. You can go down recording, but you're not allowed any devices down there.
All right.
Even they did a
Just
tour, etc. So
Many things close.
no, that's a different company. They're quite happy to do it. I think they even do private investigations as well down there. But it's the
I
City
need
of
to
the Dead, the
Right,
hardest
a
one
minute,
to
guys.
find
I need to go
out,
with
you
my
know.
dog out. She's crying, and I can't remember the last time she was out. I'll be back in 2 minutes.
Right, so where are you at with it, citizen?
City of the Dead.
Alright,
Yeah.
so grave files.
Yeah, they're the worst ones to try and get anything through. Even I think they did underground as well, I'm sure.
I emailed them on Tuesday, and basically says it's always busy at Halloween, obviously. But you're welcome to come, but we can't close the cemetery.
Yeah, but I don't think it's doing an investigation on Halloween because I can they get somebody dressed up, and when they go around with the tours in the prison, they wait for somebody hiding behind the wall. Once they come out, they start going boo to people and things like that.
See, that's in the prison, but we'll not be doing an investigation in the prison. We can just do the actual grave files that night and know the prison. We're going to do the prison as a whole separate night once we get, because it's costing us £220 to do it as a
Right,
private investigation. So what we're going to do is we're just going to invite folk to come along at a tenner or whatever, for
Yeah.
instance, so that we can do it.
Even if you charge like 15 per person, that way you can cover like some food and drinks as well.
What do you mean food and drink?
Well, I mean, so they can drink something or food, unless they want to bring their own stuff.
Well, we wouldn't be providing it anyway.
To be honest,
You open a packet of crisps with a camera going.
well, actually, because no, Alan, Chris, who's Alan? Oh, Chris's pal. Yeah, my name's muddled up. He was saying his pal's at a camper van, and that's something to think about. We could actually a wee snack, some kind of. We hadn't thought of that. We were just, concentrating on doing the investigation. We're going to take 15 people max.
I'm just thinking if anybody's got to travel for a distance, they might not have time for food or things like that. So that's what I was kind of thinking that there.
Well, true, but then if we were to provide the food and stuff, we'd need to get. Me and Scott's already got our food hygiene certificates, but we need to get them updated. And then there's a whole thing about if folks are vegan or it opens up Sandwichgate, and it's just not happening. So it's
Sandwichgate.
Aye.
Never had to call that before. I know he opens up the floodgates for trouble. No, I know, because I'm a chef and I worked in a steakhouse and what have you in Kilmarnock, and sometimes you do one for one thing, it just opens up a whole lot of hassle for you. So I know what you're talking about.
Avoid other people, especially when I'm doing investigations, because you always get people go, "What happens if I fall? If I get injured, and this and that and the other thing."
Well, see, actually doing it as in 15 people max, and if yourselves there, there'll be Drew, me, Chris. So we can split them into 3 groups, 5 each. 5 people are manageable, and
just one experienced person per group, or
one experienced person per group. I feel it's better that way than not just saying people who come and go and wander with yourself. I think we need people there who know what they're doing, basically. A kind of tour guide sort of thing, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I know I'm still used to looking at this camera on my phone. And we split them up and we give them a wee rough outline of what Grey Friars is about, and then we show them, roughly what we do. So it's more to promote. To me, it's more to promote the paranormal. To give
Yeah.
people a sort of insight to it. I mean, I know you've got all these ghost shows on TV, but you know yourself, they don't compare to actually like going to Greyfriars or going to an actual location. You know, it's all kind of glamorised on TV. That's just my opinion. But to show
Yeah, but
people,
they will
this
know
is
they're
what.
not going to be a fake graveyard. They're actually going into a real paranormal graveyard because I've
Oh
got the
no,
evidence and somebody else is
they
going to
will
be.
be told. They will be told there's Greyfriars we're going to, and you know when we put the post up, there will be a sort of rough description of what have you. So they're not going in, you know, blind. They know what they're walking into, and that gives them a choice. Well, do I still want to go, or do I want to get a miss? So no, beforehand they were told exactly what it's like, and then it's all got to be adults, so they're big enough to make up their own minds. You know what I mean? Do I want to
Yeah.
do this? Do I know? And we say, look, it's up to you, but this is what it's like. This might happen. Do you still want to go? And then you just leave the door open for if they
Well,
want to.
City of the Dead gave me. Well, I need to take this camera off first. City of the Dead gave me their leaflets, and it says if I need tons more, if I want to send them out to people, if when they're doing the investigation, whatever, they says we can send them. So if they want to go on the tours themselves to get a rough look before they even do it, and it gives them the prices and everything else.
If can you get so you can get a hold of more of them?
Yeah, it says I can get up to 100 if I need them, but I don't think I need that much.
Well, can you grab us about I don't know 20, 30?
Yeah,
And
that's not.
and we'll arrange for you to get them to us, or we'll meet up in Edinburgh or whatever.
Mhm.
And then we can, you know, hand some out this side of this side, if you know what I mean. But I think it'll be a good night. I know we, you know, taking people along who's first time. We probably don't get much investigation done, to be honest with you. But I think it's a good way to promote ourselves as well, and to get people.
Well, can I interrupt you for a second?
Yes.
Yeah.
I got a reading off of Tom Buckmaster and asked him when I would see an actual apparition. He told me that I would see an apparition underground.
Tomorrow.
I'll be going.
Well, you mean the tunnel tomorrow, Drew, and that's not a euphemism. I had to say that. That's a given. You know what I mean? You couldn't resist that one.
Well, true, Didn't Michelle? He did tell me that's when I says my 3 questions was I can't even remember, but one of them was when will I actually ever see an apparition? And he said that I would, and it would be in an enclosed area or underground. I think it was an enclosed area or underground. It was the way you worded it.
We've got two new folk in. Sorry, Instalight UK, welcome, and different.
Bonsoir, different. She's French.
Different. Sorry.
Come to the
Different.
Starlight says which one's a scouser.
Maybe.
The person probably can't even understand the word we're saying.
Probably me. I tend to talk too fast. I don't tend to talk too fast, but as I was saying, citizen, it's just to me, it's more an opportunity to get people who are curious about the paranormal, but don't want to take that first step. Just to say, right, this is what it's about. Show them, you know, there'll only be so much you can show them, obviously, in a time frame, but it gives them a wee insight.
You can also, if they've never done it before and they want to do investigations, it also give them training on what equipment to use and how to use it, etc. Things like that. Anyway.
Aye, stuff like that. And
people that can't drive. See, like me, I always wanted to go on investigations, but I couldn't drive to get to places. So me and my daughter came up with this business idea that for all the people that can't drive but want to go ghost hunts, you could buy a minibus, right? And you could, like, obviously, like the places like Greyfriars, different places like that. No charge a fortune, just charge enough to go pick the people up, take them to the place. If there's an entrance fee, pay that. And that, I think a lot of people would be up for that because I wanted to go for years and years and nobody would take me. And I know there's other people out there that want to go ghost hunting but haven't got any way to go. So we could do
Or the
something.
I tried to
problem,
look into that, Drew. I tried to work out all the prices and everything.
Right.
And you would have to charge people at least £15 per time on the bus because by the time you get insurance and everything else, you'll be bankrupt.
Oh, right. So it wouldn't be plausible.
well,
then.
I
Even
can
if we get
maybe help
difficulties.
out in that department with a minibus.
Ah,
What you could do is start off with hire a minibus to see
Right, yeah.
what response you're going to get. Because my
we would
mate
have to get to sign
a hire
waivers and all
company.
that, but to say that anything that happened wasn't that we weren't liable for it, and you need to get them to sign all these different things. Can you know what I mean?
Mhm.
But it'd be a thought. It would be good.
That's all easy enough to do, though.
That's okay if you're like putting people to the bus and then off the bus, but nothing after that. But if you're taking folk around cemeteries, and that's where the insurance comes into it.
I see.
But we
That's
would
what I was
take-
thinking about doing.
I don't think we'd need insurance, though, would we?
Yeah, if
Sorry,
you're
say
taking public people on the bus, the same as Edinburgh bus tours, they've got insurance to do that as well when they're taking folk around the cemeteries.
Aye, it's just public liability insurance.
Yeah, but it's not really cheap to get that though.
Public
Would they not
liability
let you
insurance
say-
isn't all
Could
that
they not just sign a waiver though, citizen? Could they not just like sign a waiver saying, look, if anything happens to me while I'm in here that I trip and I fall and I break my ankle, it's my own fault basically. Could you not just get them to sign waivers?
You could do, but you need somebody legally to do the waiver though, to make sure
Aye,
the fine print
witness
everything is done.
things. Right. And I also thought another business idea, see how when you're always having to try and carry your camera, carry your meter, a set of batteries, I thought of like some sort of apron or a thing that like a sash that could go, you could put your meter in, do you know what I mean? Like something like that. But you'd really need to be good on a sewing machine and design to work it out.
That's me out of that one then.
See, I
Sewing
think
machine.
Scott's got the right idea about with this investigation. Like if people want to go investigation and things like that, there's a way to learn people on the equipment and blah blah blah, etc. To
Aye,
do it that way to make a business out of it.
I know. And show them the
Because there's no
safe
one
way
in
to do it.
Edinburgh for that. There's only the haunted places, the tours, nothing to learn you to do investigations.
I know, because most people grab a Ouija board and it's the total wrong thing to do. Because
But
they
nobody
go,
knows how to actually use Ouija board properly.
Do you know what I mean? Instead of maybe getting a meter, a wee £7 meter even, and doing it maybe that way, or showing, or
Well,
as
that's
you
what you speak out today, and it's out of the, just for the Americans, no, it's out of the dollar shop.
right.
But this one cost me like £3, and I've tested it, and it's really, really loud for using with the spirit box, the necrophonic,
Right.
and it's Bluetooth and everything.
I'd like to find a really good speaker because see that one I've got that JBL one. There's an awful lot of static in the background. I
Right,
like
yeah.
I need to find a right good clear speaker. Earlier,
Well, that means you can leave it quite a distance away for you. You're not attached to a wire all the time.
aye, Bluetooth. See, but that's the only thing with the PSB7 though, isn't it? It's not got Bluetooth on it.
Yeah.
William's got a speaker that's near enough as tall as me, and you can plug it in, but it's really loud, but it's interesting. I've done it a couple of times downstairs, and it's quite interesting hearing the spirits go through it.
Isn't it this one?
It'd be good to take
Rochelle's asking if she's to come tomorrow.
Well, that's a big one. That's a huge. Is that one of the boom masters?
Yeah, it's already Bluetooth ones as well, but I didn't fancy talking about that with a cemetery to go.
Especially through the city centre, up your jumper or something. They would think it was a sword or a shotgun.
Are we getting stopped every 5 minutes with a lethal weapon or something?
I know. It's my lightsaber. I'm off to a Star Trek convention. Where are you going tomorrow, Drew? I'm to come see me. What? Okay, Michelle.
I think she's asking if she's to come tomorrow.
Oh, you coming tomorrow, right? Oh, right. Aye, of course you can come up the car. They'll be in for it to come up the castle, won't they?
Aye, well, who's going? You and Wally?
I don't think
And-
Willie will come to the castle, but he'll he's to your bit. But I don't think
I
he'll
don't.
come.
No, Shell's welcome to come on. She can come up here if she wants as well. Throw it up to her, you know. There's room in the motor, then I jump in. It's no problem.
Oh, it's up to you then, aye.
No,
We'll
it's,
talk about it on Messenger anyway, guys. We'll figure something out or we'll talk about it more.
we're playing a room here anyway, so she's more than welcome. If there's a seat in the motor, then I, Shell, if you're still watching, I jump in. Jump in the happy bus.
Happy bus and we'll go ghost hunting in Kilmarnock. The other coast, what is it, the west coast this time. Go to the west coast and see what ghosties are
But
there.
we're about 15 miles for the coast or something like that. We're 15 minutes in the motor. Well, sometimes
Close
it's
enough.
10, you know what I mean?
You'll need to bring your fields with you, Andrina.
My what, sorry?
You'll need to bring your tarot cards with you.
Oh, aye.
Because you have an appointment with my mother.
Oh, that's right, with your mum, that's right. Aye, definitely. Aye. I'll bring all my decks and she can pick what one.
An appointment with my mother and her very squawky bird.
I'll
Now
probably
what?
end up reading the parrot I'm reading. That'll be one.
Her very squawky bird.
You know what I thought you said there?
What?
An appointment with my mother and her very smoky bum.
No.
That's what I thought you said there.
A squawky bird there, Rocco.
Sorry, folks, you know, it's
Keep
the
it
Scottish
clean, keep
lingo.
it clean. It's only
Something-
Thursday, not Friday.
Sometimes you misunderstand the twang.
Oh, no. Thanks, Luna, for sharing our links. Appreciated. Thank you.
I would share mine, but there's no point. These are all in my life, so.
Her what, Michelle's saying? Her smoky bum is actually a talkative bird.
Oh, do you know what? You are welcome to it, because see the noise it makes is unbelievable. You know, I actually I had to phone the bank one day. Here on our Sarah's mum's, and I had to phone the bank. And the bird was actually sitting on top of my head while I was talking to the bank. I mean, it's...
How could you be taken serious?
it's you know,
Do you know what I mean?
the
How could they take you serious if they seen you?
so one
That
time I had a
dog's
cockapoo,
very
and
unsettled. There must be hedgehogs or something like that back. My dog's very unsettled.
our cat seems to be very calmed down.
But
But I'm looking forward to the weekend. It should be good. We're going to be quite a bit.
aye, it'll be good.
And we get Castle and Dean Park done tomorrow. And you never know, we could end up in Edinburgh early doors Saturday morning. Do you know what I mean?
You fuck, I'm over there.
Wally said, "Well, you fuck, I'll be there." He'll be still
I'll
lying
just-
in his bed.
Just give him the telly remote. Just give him the telly remote and say, there you go, fire in, buddy. You know what I mean?
He'll be sleeping. He'd be so.
We'll see you tomorrow. We'll see you tomorrow when we come back.
Yeah. Let you see this, folks. Come here. Come here, Papa. Come here. Let's see, Mum. Up again. Can you see it? Come here. Up. Come here. Up again. No, she's not for it. I don't know what's wrong with her. She's very unsettled. It's not like her. Come here. Sparkle.
You're not cuddling in.
I keep letting her out, but she goes out and then she's straight back within 2 minutes. There must be hedgehogs at the back. She's scared of them.
Mark, I've got respect with you. I've got a respectable mind, Luna. If you were in, I think you were in at the very start of the chat that Drew missed with, between Sarah and Chris, all the talk about balls and dressing up as women and stuff, you know.
Oh, that's
That
right.
is all.
We
Mhm.
were bidding for you to dress up as a woman, weren't we? Who did we get?
Aye, quite a good few bids. I was surprised. I'm a happy man.
I think Drew was the highest bidder.
Aye, I'll have
I
to
know.
see this. I'd pay money
You-
to see it.
You owe me a fiver.
I bid a fiver, somebody bid it. What was it?
Trainer.
No, it was something different.
No, listen, it was a trainer.
Tenner.
It was a tenner. Oracles actually has won the bid.
Oracles, aye. Well, that was it.
Oracle. So I'll be like, ka-ching! That'll be for me.
It'll not be a night with oracles then, it'll be a FaceTime with them.
Go for the morning.
I don't care. I get a tenner out of it, so you know, I get £10 out of it.
Pay it every couple of days and you'll burn the money. It's your new occupation.
Seriously, you know, I
Rent a
can't do
medium.
that again. You know what I mean? No, this is the last time I get arrested for it.
Oh, aye, Michelle hates birds, honestly. Michelle doesn't even like my wee budgies.
Oh well.
She absolutely petrified them. Cause one flew into her pram when she was a wee lassie.
Michelle, you can stick with me because I don't go up. I tend to make myself scarce when Sarah goes out. So if you want, you can stick with me if you're no keen on the birds. It's up to yourself. Stick with me and Willie, and we'll just let they two go and do their thing.
And did car.
What's that? What's that on the screen?
Rent a medium Scott for a video chat.
that. Ooh, smarty pants. Rent a
I'm
medium
getting-
Scott for a video chat.
I'm getting pimped out now.
At least, oh, that dog. What's that one's name again, Citizen?
Jennifer.
Jennifer. That's one of the haunted dogs.
Thanks, Lorna. But no, folks, if you want to keep
Go,
posting your
Jennifer.
links, then feel free. Just stick your links up here. You're more than welcome.
Sad. She looks sad. She looks like she's got to cry.
I know.
Well, last
you-
time we did an investigation, we found her dad, but we found that her dad hurt her in real life.
Oh. She does look as if she's got to cry, doesn't she? I'd love a spirited dog. I'd sit for hours with it, talk to it and help me. She's got pretty
There you go.
dress on.
Can change all our colours too. There we go.
There you go.
But the only thing
I could
is,
dress up as that. I could
Oh,
dress
she's
up like
quite
that.
big.
couldn't I?
she's only
Oh,
got
she's
one
only
leg.
one leg. Right. If that's how she's
Sarah,
got to cry.
There's a cat in with you.
I
one?
know it's at my mum's. Shell.
I've lost a cat.
Do you get a
What
little
one?
EVPs at her, Citizen? Does she say a lot?
Yeah. She's even says her name on the spirit box and everything.
Scott, what cat?
Do you leave like the recorder sitting
Pepper.
beside her, maybe and leave her for an hour and go back and see if she's left you any messages?
I've got both of them.
That's
All
what
right,
I
that's good. That's good. I'll just leave you with your happy cats.
Sorry, Drew, I went to put her back there.
All right.
But I've also got
I know.
the other haunted thing I've got at the moment is, this was actually sent for America. And this is with fake Cassie.
Oh, the necklace. Right. I've heard when I've clicked into some videos and that, I've heard bits of things that they talk about. That looks pretty nice, Ted. Does that open up? Is that a lot?
No, it doesn't. No.
No.
It's quite a hefty weight, though.
It looks quite heavy. What century do you think that's for? About the 1800s?
Something like that, yeah. There's a
Right,
female
looks
that's
pretty
attached to it.
There's what attached to it?
There's a female that's attached to it.
Right.
I don't know if Scott can feel it or
So I was reading the comments here. Shell put a comment up about what's the plan or something like that.
See if you pick in up.
The brooch.
Shut up. Aye.
no, it's a full necklace, no brooch.
What's the
Oh, that's
thing?
what it was. No, nothing for that. No,
It's very pretty.
I'm getting kind of elegant sort of long dress, cloak, some kind of long garment.
Can I keep it steady? It's the only thing.
It looks as if it would be heavy, Citizen. It does look a heavy necklace.
I'm just getting kind of elegant long garment. Possibly I could be wrong, but that's what I'm getting for that.
Well, obviously people would wear their best of their clothes, wouldn't they? And they'd go like night outs and things with things like that. Costume jewellery.
Well, there's 3 different psychics that's been looking at this, and they've got different feelings of it all the time, and it's always been a female.
Right? Shows, doesn't it?
I'll wear a long
And I
dress.
think Cassie in that for America is going to start sending me more dolls as well.
Oh, good. Hopefully she'll send me one.
But it's one of the dolls look weird. It looks like I can't even describe that guy. The one that goes, "Hey, you guys," in the film. One of the dolls look like that.
Hey, you guys.
Yeah, you know the facial guy. It's got the weird face.
Oh, what do you call him that did the masking things?
Oh, Jim Carrey.
Jim
No,
Carrey.
no, it's not that. It's not that. It's Sloth.
Sloth. Oh, right, out of that film. Right, I get you. Out of that River Phoenix, and that was in the film when they were younger.
No, there was young kids and they were trying to find treasure.
Aye, River Phoenix was one. Stand by
Oh,
Me.
Goonies.
No, Stand By Me. It was other you. The
It's a
Goonies.
Goonies, that's the film.
The Goonies. Aye,
That's
it was
it,
Goonies.
aye.
Aye.
I mean, one of the dolls that she got actually looks like him.
Oh, I see. He was a good at the end up, wasn't he? Because he looked horrible. People were fearing him. But he
Yeah.
was a good. Aye. Good. Well, it'll be interesting to see what you get off them then.
Well, I'm waiting for them, so they should be here next week, I think it is.
I wonder what kind of spirit would be attached to that. It'd be a
That I do
kid's
not know, but it's quite interesting, especially for America, because there's quite a lot of different things across there.
I'm interested to see what would attach itself to a doll like that, wasn't it? And what else is she sending you? Did you say, Citizen?
Oh, it was just a doll she was sending me, so I might even
All right,
think
doll, right.
could there be anything Indian attached to it as well, because American have quite a lot of Indian stuff
Aye,
as well.
there's a lot
aye.
of Native Americans, Indians and stuff. There's a lot of history.
Both
And
tribes.
Probably should have sent me a skinwalker, that's right.
Oh, I hope no. God, well, they say that if you see a skinwalker, you're not seeing much more, don't they?
Mm-hmm.
Basically a warning that your end is near. Oh, I've got sausages on. I better go fix these sausages. I put sausages on while I was downstairs. I'll be
But
back.
apparently, they have their own skinwalkers and their own Bigfoots, what I'm hearing. According to what stories I've read.
I'll be back in 2 minutes. I've got.
Because there a Bigfoot being spotted in Edinburgh.
in Edinburgh.
Yeah. There was a guy that reported seeing a Bigfoot or something that was about 5 years ago. I'm not sure.
I think I read about that actually.
The
I'm just
Druze away
thinking
shell.
Edinburgh, that somebody that's not had too much and they've seen somebody dressed up or something.
Possibly, aye, because I don't know. Edinburgh's not the kind of place, no, unless it's. I would say maybe the only place would be the hills and about the bypass.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Down that end, to down the south of Edinburgh. But in actual Edinburgh itself, I wouldn't. I wouldn't imagine it'd be an ideal habitat for it.
Well, it's starting to
But I
come
would
like
say-
I've got everything here. We've got our own Area 51 as well in the UK. Even our own Bermuda Triangle. Well, no, Scottish Triangle, I should say, it's called. Well,
Yeah,
Forfeit Triangle.
we're going to do one of the parapols we're going to do is going to be on stuff like that. The Scottish Triangle, the Bermuda Triangle, also the Marie Celeste as well. The kind of mystery night as
See,
well.
that's why I called myself Citizen ZTV, so I'm no paranormal in my name. Because when you've got paranormal in your name, it's got to be every single thing paranormal.
Well, that's how we put history in our title as well, so that it's not just strict with paranormal. So we can get away. So like I say, because everything's history. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter if it's a Bermuda Triangle or what Henry VIII. It's all history. So we're kind of covered that. And we do history. I write history bits on our Facebook about Edinburgh.
Well, see,
Edinburgh's a
well, to make Citizens ETV, even though I'm a fan of zombie films and that Z Nation, but the way I seen it to make it Citizens ETV is because the dead rise, so that's why I kept it as for ghosts.
aye. Well, we just wanted to do something different. We were in a group about a year ago, somewhere based in America, and we done history stuff with them as well. And Sarah and I used to write for them, and so we wanted we enjoyed it, and we wanted to do it again. So that's how we thought we'll combine, because we were locked down Castle a few days ago, and we bumped into an elderly guy, and he was saying, "Oh, what he's doing." So we're telling him a wee bit, about what we're doing, what have you. And he says, "I've been looking for a group like that." He says, because he says, "I'm into history, but I'm into paranormal as well." He says, and so to get a group like that is quite rare. And as I says to them, well, we can visit a haunted castle, but there'll be people out there that are going to wonder, well, how did the castle get there in the first place? Who built it? Who lived in it?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, that's how we like to. We don't get any great detail, everything, every nook and cranny, but we give us a rough outline of, what happened.
And the way I'm kind of interested about the history as well when you think it, because I want to know how the past and.
Because it all ties in.
Yeah.
It's all right to go to a cemetery and say, right, I'm picking up so and so, I'm picking up so and so, but you need to involve people in, as in, well, what's the background to the cemetery? Any famous people? Is there any famous people buried here? Any murders? Anything that kind of sticks out. And that's why I find Greyfriars so fascinating, because Greyfriars, yourself, is filled with history. You could write 10 books on it, 20 books on Greyfriars, and probably still not cover the history in it. And that's why I find Greyfriars so fascinating, because it's just, as soon as you walk in, the atmosphere just hits you, and you could go on forever and ever talking about it. But that's why we call ourselves Paranormal and History, because we combine the two of them, and we only started about 4 or 5 weeks ago, maybe a bit more. And
the way you find out, Greyfriars is connected to the underground tunnels, because that's where they used to take when they were selling the corpses. They used to put them in there and things.
You see, I've always wondered, like the Mackenzie tomb, and then there's a tomb right down the back. You probably passed it the other night. It's in one of the videos I've done. It's right down near the back gate, as I call it. It's got a wooden door. But I was watching the video back the night, and I found a way to get the endoscope camera into that tomb to see what's inside it. So we're going to try that. And as you say, I've got a tunnel system under Greyfriars. Nobody knows.
Because the actual found the tunnels, because I think it was somebody that was building work on a building and actually found the tunnel. So you can just imagine how many more tunnels has not been found under there yet.
That's it. I mean, it doesn't matter how many times, there's probably loads of places in Edinburgh that haven't been found. Look at the vaults. I mean, the vaults were filled in and they lay dormant for years, and they were discovered again by accident. I think it was a landlord or something. He was doing a bit of work, and he discovered.
He was either doing repairs or building to turn it into a housing or something. That's where he found.
Aye, so, and people had walked through them for decades, and nobody knew they were there. So it just makes you wonder what else you're walking at.
Yeah.
And
in a way, it could end up probably being like something like the Paris catacombs when you actually think about it.
I will. Look here, I've watched documentaries on them, and the catacombs just going for miles and miles and miles. And I think it's a kind of place, if you don't know where you're going, then you can forget coming back up.
Yeah.
Someone so keeps
telling me old Edinburgh had a big wall around it. I think it was to stop the fight. Yeah. Well, I'm 100% sure there's tunnels it must have lead underneath that the wall. So we try and get an escape it as well. Something
The
keeps telling
the Flodden Wall, there's still a big bit of the Flodden Wall in Greyfriars, with the archways. The Flodden Wall was built to basically to defend Edinburgh against the English, but is it, you know yourself, the old town Edinburgh was built up the way
Yeah.
rather than out the way. But as more people came,
Edinburgh used to look like a bowl.
and so as more people came to Edinburgh, they realised they had to build out the way. So some of the wall was taken down, and obviously through time, some of the walls just corroded. But there's a good bit that's still left. Do you know whereabouts in Greyfriars it is? Is it the Archway?
I'm trying to think now.
See, you go by in Mackenzie Town, go to the
Yeah.
end, turn right, and go down the hill. You're about halfway down, you'll see an archway.
Oh, that takes you into the Harry Potter situation thing, isn't it?
Aye. Well, that archway and that's actually part of the Flodden Wall.
Ah, right. So I didn't even know that.
There's
So
a plaque
that's
on it that tells you.
I need to check that when I go back in. See, normally I didn't look on the plaque on that bit of the archway type of thing. It's more the inside. There's
no, that's
that plaque as well.
There's still bits. It's a lot like, see the wall. You ever been in Berwick and Tweed? Well, you see the wall. There used to be a wall surrounding Berwick and Tweed, and you can still see it. There's still parts of it, and I don't know if you know where the marketplace is. The market's held in Berwick and Tweed.
I think I do, but not 100% sure on that one.
Well, there's the market, and then you've got a big car park, and along the end of this car park, there's a wall, a huge big wall, and this is a wall that used to stretch right round Berwick and Tweed. A lot of it's gone now, but there's certain sections that are still pretty much intact.
Yeah.
And that's the same as the Flodden Wall. If you go around the old town, you'll find they're not advertised, you know, you need to go hunting for them, but if you go around the old town, you'll find bits of the Flodden Wall are still, and who knows, it could be some part of somebody's back garden and they don't realise it. It's part of, you know, you get these old walls. Something could have a part of the Flodden Wall as a boundary or something. That's just why I just find it. I've always been drawn to Edinburgh for years. Every time I always want to go to Edinburgh, and I've always had to go to Greyfriars. It's a pool, and I've spoken to 2 or 3 mediums in chats before, and one of them actually says I'm getting that. She told me I'd lived before, and I'm actually buried in Greyfriars. Well, my previous self's buried in Greyfriars, and my name was Jeff or Jeffrey or something. She says that's why you feel so strongly pulled to Greyfriars, because it was weird that every time, because I used to go to Edinburgh a lot in the bus, the Glasgow just have a wander, and every time I went, I had to go to Greyfriars. I just felt being pulled up, and even if it was for 10 minutes to go in, 10 minutes to back out, I still had to go.
Well, there's been quite a lot of people asking me since I did investigations, why did I not investigate the Forth Road Bridge? Because there was quite a lot of workers that died when they were building it.
Whereabouts is that?
The Forth Road Bridge.
Oh, aye. There was a lot of deaths in the Forth Road Bridge. I think they built a new one. I've not been at that end for a long time.
Yeah, so it might be better for investigation across there, because I think it's just cars that's allowed over there now.
We could actually check that out, because you've got the old bridge is still open, isn't it?
Yeah. It's just because people's been asking me for it. I thought, well, I don't know if I can or not, because I need to double check on that. Can people still work over it and that?
I don't know. Shrimp saying that they found a child's shoe when they opened up the vaults. That's the Shrimp Shack. There's meant to be, I believe,
in the vaults.
I think there's a wee girl. Their name's is it Alice. There's a wee girl been spotted many a time down in the vaults. The story I heard is the wee girl was actually separated from her mother, and that's why she's still down. She's looking for her mother, and the same as the wee boy. And there's quite a few spirits down in the vaults. You've got the cobbler as well. You get the famous Mr. Boot.
Aye.
You've got the.
I think there's an old barmaid as well that used to be doing there. It doesn't like pregnant women.
Aye, and you've got the bride as well. The girl who was lured down there to meet. I think it was originally 2 men, and she was ambushed by a group of men and murdered basically. She's still said to haunt there as a wee boy. But you know, I take it you've done the vault, Citizen.
Yeah, I will be going back to it again.
See, we went to the vaults, and you know, shrimp shack, what have you? We went to the vaults, and the thing about the vaults is there's no ventilation in them, and it's all lit by candles. And so each room, you know, there's a bit of heat in all the rooms, but there's one room in particular that you go into, and the temperature is way lower than any other room, and there's no any explanation for it because there's no any vents or anything.
The other vaults is, I don't know if I'm talking about, it's the circle of the wall circle. That's the best bit about the vaults. I reckon that's the most bit I can get feel energy from.
See, we went on the tour. We went on the tour. And
circle, like somebody's been trying to build a wall with a bit of circle, and it was meant to be like rituals, and that was everything's done for them.
I've seen it. The circles on the ground. I've seen that because there was I can't remember what they're called. A ghost team done an investigation there, and one of them decided to lie down in it for, I don't know, half an hour, whatever. I know the bit you're talking about, but honestly, this one particular room is.
I'm talking about, as soon as you get in that room, it'll feel like there's about 30 eyes on you straight away, or it's like people, like you scored a goal and everybody jumps on top of you. That's the feeling you get.
Aye. See, when I was down the vaults, I could feel. How can you describe it? It's. I could feel and sense the people walking about. You know, back in the day, as they say, I could feel the way it would have been back then.
Yeah.
And it's the same. It's the same feeling I got when I went to Douglas. I met up with Chris and Douglas one of the times, and he says he took me to the end of the cemetery. He says he was showing me something, but I says to him, I says, see over there. He says that was a marketplace, and he's like, how do you know it? I said because I could see people coming and going. I could see I get horses. I could get a cat. He says, aye, that was the marketplace. It's just, you know, you see it in your head. You see them. Got a mental photograph, and that's why I go in the vaults, basically. This kind of mental photograph how it was back then. But I'd love to do. I know Ghost Adventures done it, and Most Haunted done it, and there's a dozen other people done it. But as I say, a lot of these TV shows kind of glamorize it for effects. But I'd like to do an investigation in the vaults, not on a tour, just go in and. The actual investigation. I don't know if that's possible or no. I don't know how that.
Well, they did it, so how can we know that?
Well, I mean, they've also probably done it because it's free advertising, you know, and they probably get paid a certain amount to use the location of it. But I'll pop off an email to them and see what they say. I mean, you don't ask, you don't get. Simple as that. All they can turn around and do is say no. You're not getting. We don't know. You know, you don't know until you ask. Film Shack saying box session with Mr. Boots. Well, Mr. Boots is meant to be a bit of a character. It's originally thought that he was a criminal himself.
I thought he was a slum or something.
You know, he was a criminal, and it turned out he was what's the word? A kind of custodian. He kind of looked after the vaults, but he was a brutal man, and he loved to see people suffer. You know, rape, murder, whatever. He done a lot, and he still So he still thinks of the vaults as he owns them, and nobody's allowed down there.
I still didn't get the story where he doesn't like putting a torchlight in his eyes or in his face. I didn't get that one.
Pepper, move!
It's probably my way of thinking is because back then obviously it was just all, like torches, the old fire torch things, and so he prefers just to be in the dark. He's a negative soul, a dark soul, and that's the way he likes it. He doesn't like the light. That's just my thinking. I could be wrong. I don't know. But that's just the way I look at it. Same as the wee cobbler. I've never seen him, but 2 or 3 people have reported seeing the cobbler. The wee old man, he sits in the corner of one of the rooms and he's fixing shoes, but he's a friendly soul. He just sits and smiles at everybody. But nobody actually knows the story behind him.
Right.
But yes,
But
Michelle,
no,
I did. Sorry.
there's Drew back. Hi, Drew.
Sorry.
Um,
She always gives me a row for no eating, so I was just letting her know I ate.
She was away eating sausages.
she's been fed. She's been fed. It's just simple, Drew. No, it's just Shrimp Shack was saying that it'd be interesting, cool to do a box session with Mr. Boots, and I was just giving a wee rough history of who Mr. Boots is, or was, I should say. We'll just talk about the Edinburgh Vaults and the various spirits that are said to roam down there, and just a wee bit of history lesson, I think.
And
And
that's a good thing if you know the dates, because when we go and do these things, we can call out to them and see if they can tell us like the dates that they died and the year they died. So it's good that you know all that background.
I was saying, Citizen was talking about, there could be tunnels. My throat's starting to go. I've been talking too much.
I know we're going to have to master Scott anyway because the cats have wrecked us living room.
Excellent. They just done the living room up.
Tunnels underneath the castle, so there's even tunnels goes up to the castle.
Well, I heard
Well,
that isn't high. Can you get into
there
the
is.
pot?
No,
I don't think in publicly not.
Right.
because they blocked them off.
And
I'm
your
sure.
kid? Sorry, Sarah.
I'm sure they've blocked the tunnel off that goes up to the castle.
Right. See, the block off all the good places, don't they?
I mean, if you look, if you look at Edinburgh, the layout of the old town, there's a lot of churches, or in the kind of one area. And
Scott, what's that church name that I pointed out to you? Remember, it's across the Greyfriars gates. It's pure black.
Sarah asked me that earlier on today. We were looking at photographs or something, and I couldn't mind the name of it. I know the one you're talking about. It's right across the road.
I want to see what the name of that church is and why maybe. I don't know if we'd be allowed to turn the spirit box on and things in the middle of the main street, but would we?
Is it no St. Columbia Church?
Do you feel drawn to that church, Citizen?
No, really, no. I've not been drawn to that church.
Because I do. I feel as if I need to investigate it. I feel as if, I don't know, I just feel drawn to it. Every time I go to Greyfriars, it's the first thing I look at. It's not even Greyfriars, the gates, it's that church.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd like to know. I was just quite curious to see where it came from.
See if you're psychic. See if you're psychic and you've got some kind of gift ability. I think Edinburgh's got that much energy in it that you're just naturally drawn to it. And as you say, Drew, you're drawn to that church. That it just draws you.
Deaths, disasters.
Edinburgh.
Maybe the energies or something I can pick on. Maybe it's definitely no ghosts or spirits or anything like that. It's maybe like the energy or something. I don't know. I'm still figuring it out. That's
Luna, what, sorry?
Luna told me that I have got a gift of some kind that I'm still trying to figure it out. Wasn't it, Luna, you told me? I'm kind of empathic or something. I can pick up on feelings, that's for sure. Somebody can walk into my house and I can instantly tell you whether they're in a good mood or bad mood or if there's something bad on their mind.
An empath.
I can definitely do that. I can even, like
Mhm.
people walking through the park, I can zoom in on their energy. I know exactly what they're feeling. I don't know. I can feel their veins.
That's an empath. You know, a lot of people have gifts, but they don't. Some don't realise it, and some just shrug it off. I mean, when, as I said, many a time with me,
The more you explore it, the more it comes on as well, I suppose.
You got to mind
Well, that's
everybody's
it.
born with a gift. That's when you get to a certain age, you lose it or you keep it.
Society shuts it down, doesn't the citizen?
Yeah.
They tell you that you're talking rubbish, that don't be so stupid. See, when I was away, I used
Or
to stare at
you can even have it and go on a platform and people call you crazy and you end up not wanting it anymore type of thing. You can
my
start
mum
calling
used to
it.
give me a right for staring at people. I used to stare at people all the time. But I wasn't staring at them to stare at them. I was staring at them because in my mind I was hearing a story that they were telling, if you know what I mean. Like
Yeah.
I could hear, like, I don't know, it's like I could hear their thoughts or something, I don't know. It just intrigued me because I could hear, like, the people talk. But I can't do it now. Like, zoom in somebody and know what they're thinking.
Well, when I first used YouTube, I never once mentioned about my gifts because I came at people like on this platform at first. I kept it hidden for quite a bit before I started coming out with it.
Mind and post your links, folks.
Aye, because people don't want to believe, a lot of folk don't want to believe that ghosts and that exist because it freaks them out. So it's better off just to say, no, don't be stupid. That's like my dad's like. I think he's
Even like Christmas Day, if you mention it for that, you're something to do with devil worshipping or you're day with the devil or something like that.
You get all that.
And do you know that church that you're talking about is called can I speak tonight? Augustine United Church.
Augustine, right.
Augustine.
And is it an active church, Sarah? Are you focused in on it now on Google? Is it open to the public?
It's get it up. I think it still gets used, eh?
I'm interested to see if we could get in it. Because I'm telling you, there's something about that church I want to know more about.
What's your
Thanks,
thoughts on it?
I'll have
what I'll do. Love you.
What I'll do, Andrew, is I'll have a quick look at the history of it for you.
Right. Aye. Even if you share me even if you've got a link there, Sarah, send me the link and I'll have a nosy at it. Just maybe a bit of the history or something. I don't know. There's just something about it. I don't know.
Because it's literally as you walk out of Greyfriars and cross the road, it's literally just up over it.
And it actually looks older than the churches about that area. It looks as if it's the oldest church there.
I wonder if they used to use it for funerals and that before went into Greyfriars and things.
Why is it?
Citizen, I think is where you park your car, actually, Citizen.
Citizen, why is
it?
Is
that what it was? I thought that church was like a play centre type thing.
Wait a second, is it that one on you?
It's pure black.
No, it's more the one, Citizen, I'm mistaken.
Is it? I don't know. No, I think it's more blacker than that, Sarah. I don't think that's it.
That's the one at George V Bridge. That's the one I was just looking at.
No, because it's as you come out of Greyfriars. No, I don't think it's that, Ian, because it's pure black. No.
Because I checked that one out. That one was meant to be demolished and it was rebuilt again in 1802, I think it was.
Yeah,
no, 1855. It was demolished to make way.
Because Greyfriars is there.
Right, Greyfriars is there, right. So it must be then. It's got to be. It just looks more blacker in person.
No, I think I know which one it is. It's on my video. When I came out of Greyfriars, I went straight to it and I put the name up.
Aye.
No, it's not that one, Citizen, because we were looking down the other end of the street. It's not the one that sits the bottom.
No, it's not the one right at the corner at the junction. It's not that one. It sits across the Greyfriars and then down to your left. You're probably right, Sarah. It probably is that one. It's just that it looks more blacker. When was that took? Because that doesn't look recent. Because it's a lot blacker now.
I don't know when this was took. This is just Google Maps.
Honestly,
But aye,
just
that's the one you're talking about.
think
You
it is
see it
that.
just
Aye.
yeah.
Well, if
I
it's
just
Google
don't
Maps,
know.
it should be 2020, so it should be updated.
I don't
Well,
know
you say
why,
that,
but as soon
but
as I up by that corner, it's the first thing I look at is that church. I'd love to
if
get
you
inside
Google
it.
if you Google our house on Google Maps, it brings up our house for about 5 previous owners.
God. Well, in saying that, at the Google Maps at the top of our road, there's still me, Willie, and Liam in his buggy. So it's been for like 2000 and Liam was born 2008, so it's about 2010, 2012. And one of our pals is chasing the van up the street, got chucking a bottle at it because he thought it was the cop van. Honestly, the Google Maps.
Cameron?
That's
Honestly, it's
a
terrible.
lovely area you're in then, Drew.
And the guy isn't here anymore. He died. So it's a good like memorial thing to him because that was just him. You know what I mean? It's funny. I hope they don't change it. I hope they keep him there forever. Because that was just him thinking it was a cop van stalking him. So he chucked a bottle or a can. I can't mind.
Right, Scott, we're going to end this live then so we can get this London squared up because they two have actually wrecked it.
So who's on? Luna, are you live tonight? Citizen, or?
Is anybody else going live or are we all having
I
an
think,
early night
isn't it
tonight?
Oracles that's live?
Oh, that's right. Oracles is going live, Cassie.
Right, we'll go and tidy up and then we'll jump on the Oracle. But everybody who's watching, thanks very much for coming along, mind, post your links, etc. And but there's always somebody on live end somewhere. You always find somebody. And we'll talk again.
Bye,
Yeah.
everybody. I'll catch you on Cassie's.
See you
See you
soon.
guys.
Bye.
Thanks for coming.